Deal of the Week is going digital. Be the first to grab exclusive offers with free delivery. Just opt into our emails to get early access before it hits our socials. Oh, and since shipping is free, might as well fill up that basket. But hurry, it's only available for a limited time or while stocks last. Deal of the Week with Shop on TV.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock, with an E. Oh, what a show we've got for you tonight. Hope you're doing well. Please email the show if you want to be part of it. studio@shopontv.co.uk. And let's just get on with it, shall we? What's in the show tonight, Rob? Well, number one, it's the product that you probably never thought you needed, but once we've shown you what it does, you'll agree, I'm sure, you absolutely do need and wish that you would have had it sooner, unless you've got it already. It is from Girmi, which, by the way, is one of the oldest Italian companies that there is when it comes to home goods. They've been around since 1919. So I'm trying to think what the British equivalent would be, but, you know, they really know a thing or two about this type of product. This is a dedicated vacuum for your mattress, although it could be cushions, it could be pillows, there are lots of other ways you can use it as well. And it has some very, very special features. It has UVC, which is a light that you cannot see, ironically, even though it's UVC. For us, it's UV don't see. But what it does is it helps to kill all of the nasties in your mattresses and things like that. You've also got two little feet that beat the surface to help to bring the dust and the dirt and the body ash into the path of this very powerful vacuum, which then has HEPA filtration as well. When you see what comes out of this, now I used this last week and I vacuumed this mattress, but even in a week you'll be amazed, and even though it's not been slept in, you'll be, I think, not just amazed, but slightly disgusted with what is going to come out of it. So here you can see 3,000 micro vibrations every single minute. And honestly, this is a powerful little sucker, I can tell you that. There's the UV sterilizing lamp. And it's only $79.99 back in stock. It sells out every time it's on the air. And that is because it's blooming good. Now, if you went to Advanced Homewares, it's £149.99. If you went to the one and only Amazon.co.uk, £139. But here at Shop on TV, we have the market-beating price, which is what we always strive to do. Checked just a couple of hours ago, £79.99. That is almost half price. It's really good, and you can spread the cost interest-free if you want. As I always say, the interest is in the product, not on the price. Using PayPal Pay in 3, just select PayPal at checkout. Or you can call us 033 33 241 241. You can't do the PayPal thing on the phone. You have to do that online. But you can place your order with your credit or debit card over the phone if that's the way you prefer to do it. So more about this in a moment. We have the Queen of Clean here, the wonderful Bev Hare, who will take us through, put it through its paces and take us through everything that we need to know. And speaking of Bev Hare, she's not actually hair, she's there. What have you got, Bev?
Good morning, everybody. Wow, have I got an iron for you. Look at the steam coming out of this one from Girmi. What a cracking little iron this is. Honestly, when I show you what this iron can do, you'll be absolutely blown away. And the price, look at that, under £100. Wow, for this amount of steam. What a fantastic unit.
And as you say, what a price, what a price, what a price. Advanced Homewares have got it for £179.99. Come sit down, come join me, Bev. £179.99 also at onbuy.com. And again, checked literally just a couple of hours ago, not even a couple of hours ago, $99.99. It's now, I know this, I think this has been shown, it's been mentioned briefly in the past. It's never had a full presentation. It is fresh this year from Girmi because, as I said, they're one of the oldest companies in the world for making these sorts of home goods. And if you've always wanted a steam generator iron, at $99.99 you don't normally get one. Normally you get a regular iron for that, you know, with a little bit of like a cup that you fill it up with water and it, you know, it gives you a little pathetic amount of steam. This generates a constant steady flow of pressurized steam, and it is the steam that gets rid of the creases, not the heat, because this doesn't actually even have that hot of a sole plate. It's only about 800 watts, and there's a reason for that, because the heat is purely to relax the fibres. The steam is what gets rid of the creases and the wrinkles. Vertical ironing power as well, because it's non-stop steam generation. 3 bars of pressure, that's a lot. 50 grams to up to, if you use the sort of turbo, 100 grams of steam if you've got really, really, really tough wrinkles or creases you want to get rid of. It's very kind to all fabrics as well, so you can use this on delicate fabrics. The high sliding ceramic sole plate for effortless ironing on many different materials. You're not going to catch whichever direction you're going, and you're not going to catch the clothing and end up putting wrinkles in rather than taking them out. I've done that before. Temperature regulation, you've got an anti-calc filter, so if you do live in a hard water area, not a problem. Self-cleaning as well, and it's lightweight at just 2.7 kilos. We don't have very much stock, or to put it another way, we only have a very small amount of stock. So grab it while you can. And I know that this isn't the most important thing in the world, but I'm nothing if not shallow. It's good looking. It's a really, really smart looking bit of kit. I'm talking about Bev, of course. The iron's quite nice too. Yeah. Bev, can I just quickly tell everyone about the mattress? This here mattress, what we will be cleaning in a moment.
Well,
so this was phenomenally popular the other night. We have the best price ever on the Cocoon mattress. Now, if you've ever seen a Mulberry Silk show, this is the Mulberry Silk mattress, right? If you've never seen a Mulberry Silk show, watch next week, I think it is, or catch up on YouTube at Shop on TV Live, at Shop on TV Live if you wish. This has AAA grade Mulberry Silk, which is the finest silk money can buy. Very quickly, Mulberry Silk will wick away moisture up to 30% of its own weight in moisture. It's naturally temperature regulating, so it helps to keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It is, as I say, full length. I haven't said this yet, I'm saying it now. Full length fibres, literally an entire cocoon, which when it unravels is anything from 1 to 2 miles long, and they are literally there's about 15 miles of silk in here, if not more, and they're all hand stitched into these little cassettes that hold it in place, and basically it's all designed to give you a better night's sleep. However, when the Mulberry Silk Company did decide to venture into the mattress side of things, because they do all the bedding, so they figured, and they were asked repeatedly, well, can we actually have a mattress as well? So we've got the whole everything, the whole kit, as it were. They asked basically a lot of customers what they preferred, whether they preferred memory foam or whether they preferred springs, and everybody said springs. So these are individual pocket springs, so they eliminate or certainly greatly reduce motion transfer because they're not joined together, but they do give you that lovely sort of springy feeling. And then you've got various different layers of padding in there, all of which is designed to make this 100% breathable, and to give you maximum comfort. 10-year manufacturer's 10-year warranty. You're supposed to change your mattress every seven years. That's how good this is. 10 years, a decade. If anything goes wrong with it at all, you're covered. They'll just send you a new mattress. But also, you've got a 60-day sleep trial, so you can sleep on this for 60 days, treat it like your own, throw the packaging away, except I do believe they send you a plastic bag. If you are going to send it back, that you put it in just to keep it clean in the truck when it's being returned. But $9.95, by the way, that postage and packing not only covers the delivery, but it also covers the return if you decide to return it. Can I just make an announcement? I checked today. My Super King size Cocoon mattress is on the lorry. It's currently in Swanley, and it will be delivered tomorrow, finally. So I, too, am a consumer of this product. Well, I say finally, not because we don't deliver, it's because I finally had a chance to actually get one. And I'm really excited. It's a medium firm feel. So if you don't like a medium to a firm feel mattress, it's not for you. But if you do, it's probably the best mattress that money can buy, I believe. Right, yeah, get one. I mean, they're just brilliant. As I say, I can tell you that because I just got one. And I'm not going to go and buy things I don't want, because that would be stupid. And I'd like to think I'm not stupid. I do have stupid moments, but overall, I'd like to think I'm fairly intelligent. But you can make that determination for yourself. Unless, of course, I'm doing inversion tables, and then my brain seems to switch off. Right. It's a long story. I can't tell you now, because The iron's flying. Get the iron. It's a brilliant iron. Just trust me. We've got a money-back policy, so look, you can always send it back if it comes to it. But if you're in the market for a top-quality iron at a low quality, well, that's not the price of it. It's a different thing. It's $99.99. Get the iron. Otherwise, you're going to miss it because there are more people that are going to end up trying to order it than we have irons available. Was it Mimo? Was it? Miss it? Miss out. Don't do that. Right, Beverly Hare.
Yes.
Young lady.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm very well.
I honestly, this is probably one of my all-time favourite products.
Wow.
Because it's just brilliant.
Fantastic idea. I really did. Now, I came across this. I was testing a vacuum for a company.
Yeah.
And I just happened to have their brochure. And I was flicking through and I thought, oh, a vac for the mattress. Well, why don't I just lift my vacuum up, the big vac? Then I read a bit more and realised that it wasn't just a mattress vac. So
it's a mattress sanitation system.
Exactly. So I said to the guy who owns the car, I said, you know, could you send one of these so I can have a play with it? When I got that home and I had to play with it, I thought, no, this has got to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
To have a mattress vac that is going to get rid of dust mites and help to eliminate bed bugs.
Yeah.
Most important, bed bugs.
Even fleas, didn't you say? It can.
Sorry?
Even fleas, didn't you?
Even fleas, yes. Because
mites, allergens, all that kind of stuff.
what happens is the bed bugs have actually this last year have doubled in quantity. I mean,
have they?
Who's been counting them? I don't know, but they've said to me that this is what's happened. They've actually doubled the amount. So what they're going to do then is have to get the pesticides to be stronger because the bed bugs become resistant to them.
But also, if you do get an infestation, it's very hard to get rid of them. And you have to pay for a professional treatment, which, as you say, usually is chemical-based.
Yes.
It's inconvenient and it's costly as well. So it's just far better to spend 80 quid.
Exactly.
And also, now, when Beverly did try this, now she won't admit this openly, but I don't want to show you up.
No.
But I'm going to, anyway.
I'm used to it.
She was a little bit sick after she saw the dirt that came out of her mattress.
I did, yeah.
Because now that was your spare bedroom, wasn't it?
That was the spare bedroom, yes.
How long had it been since the mattress had, well, probly never been vacuumed before, had it?
Vacuumed, I would say probably a month. At least.
Really?
And that's the cat that sleeps on that usually. I mean, that's their bed. But that was what was in that mattress.
Now, I'll tell you what. I'm going to issue a challenge to the customers.
Go on then.
When you buy this, if you don't pick any pick any mattress you like in your house, go over it with the Girmi, and then take the thing. We'll show you how to do this in a minute and take the filter off. If it's completely clean, send it back. And if you cannot believe the amount of rubbish and dirt that's in the mattress you just cleaned, keep it. All right? Go ahead, Beverly. Sorry, I don't know why I'm calling you Beverly tonight.
I know. My mum only used to call me Beverly when I did something wrong.
Babe, bubbler.
Well, anything. I answered to most things. But how this works, fantastic. It's ingenious. Very simple, but ingenious. We have a vibrating discs at the bottom, which vibrate 3,000 revs per minute, OK? So what that's doing, it's beating all of the debris that's in the mattress with the dust mites and the dead skin cells and all the other bits that we don't like.
It's the dust mite poo as well, isn't it? And the carcasses of their former relatives.
Brings it up to the top.
Yeah.
Now, this strip along here is your UVC light.
Yeah.
Now, you can't see that, though on the box, they have illustrated it with a red light just to show you.
You're not going to see it. It's not a laser.
It's not a laser. No. It's
actually a blue light.
There you go. It's a blue light.
Yeah.
That's what they've done. They've illustrated it on the box so you understand. Because as I say, it's Italian and that's a universal thing for them.
Right.
So, but you won't be able to see that because UVC, there's UVA, UVB and UVC. UVA is what we see, the blue lights.
Yeah.
The UVB you can barely see.
Yeah.
And UVC
shopping channel.
is too small. you can't see it
Right.
from the human eye.
Yep.
But what it does to the dust mites or the bed bugs, it alters the DNA structure of the eggs.
Oh,
So therefore, it literally annihilates them.
right.
And also, it alters the DNA structure of the bed bug itself.
Right.
So therefore, you're literally obliterating the bed bug
So, I mean,
without a chemical.
That all sounds. I'm trying to get my head around that, but you know, to put it in Rob terms, simple terms,
Yes.
in other words.
Yes.
If you went out sunbathing in
Yes.
Florida,
Yes.
and stayed out all day, you would be severely damaged by the
Yes,
sun.
absolutely.
So, and that's the UVC in the sun actually.
Yes,
is
that's
one
what
of the
it's
contributing
doing.
factors
Yeah.
to sunburn.
Yep,
so you can
absolutely.
imagine, for little microscopic thingies,
Exactly.
with the power that this thing's put, it's completely safe around humans,
Oh, yeah,
pets,
absolutely
children,
fine.
all of that.
Yeah.
But if you're a bed bug, 10%'s already gone.
Gone.
Please trust me if you can, if you know me at all, trust me when I say this is a must-have. And by the way, if you want to, and you can buy these whether you've got this or not, or if you're buying it now, you can get extra filters. If you've already got one and you want an extra filter, with the money you're saving, it's worth popping one of these in. What are they? We'll show you in a moment. So £12.99. So you get the outside part, which is the sort of pre-filter that captures the big bits, and then you've got a HEPA filter inside, which you can wash. It's reusable. Just don't dry it on a radiator or anything. Let it dry naturally. So you could have one that you're using and one that's kind of spare and that's clean. £4.33 if you go for PayPal on that, extra per month. So yeah.
So-
That's it. That's my bit said.
Now, I don't like anything that's complicated. In fact, the easier the
That's
better.
why you like me, isn't it?
Right, this is it. So switch it on. Let that do the work. That is now working. That's with the 3,000 revs per minute, beating this mattress, bringing up any debris that's trapped down there. There's suction on this as well. So therefore it's taking it in through the HEPA filter. So everything is filtered through the HEPA filter, which, as Rob says, is all washable.
And we should point out that this mattress has never been slept on.
Never
that we're
been,
aware
no.
of. I mean, who knows what the studio crew
Not
got up
at
to at
all.
night, but also it's complete. It's a brand new mattress. Now I did vacuum it with the Girmi about. It was a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, fine.
I didn't do the whole thing, admittedly, but you've only
No.
just done a little itty bit of it.
I've only just done a little tiny bit, haven't
So this
I?
is just going to be dust. Oh my goodness me!
Oh,
You've got some paper back there.
yeah,
think
I
that
have,
helps.
yeah. Let's just have a look at...
Oh no! Oh good.
my goodness.
Oh no!
That's disgusting. That is disgusting. That was just in that small...
That's just dust.
This-
It must be dust.
Well, you
surely.
see, the thing is, that's the dust in the atmosphere for us.
Yeah.
That also could be allergens that's inside there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's...
Do you know what it won't be, actually?
Pollen.
It might be pollen.
Yes.
Yeah, but do you know what it won't be?
What?
It won't be dust mites, because dust mites don't like to live in mulberry silk, which is one of the reasons you buy this mattress, by the way. So there probably aren't any dust mites in there.
Nope, they won't.
because of this mattress. But that is listen, this is left. It is covered, but it's left in the storeroom. You know, when it's not being used. And look at what's
Exactly.
come off it.
And that's it. And people's walking past, the window may be open, or the air light, and that's where
Yeah.
pollen comes in. So it's going to help to reduce the amount of pollen. So if you've got someone with allergies and things like that. Also, look how fine this filter is.
Yeah.
It's even picked up the lint off of the mattress, and it's
Yeah.
trapped it there. And as I say, with this, is all washable, which
And
I think is fantastic.
Full disclosure, because I'm not saying that people do this, but they do. I said do. We never pre-dirty the mattress. It's not like Bev has
No.
just sprinkled some stuff on.
No.
This is a legitimate, genuine... That dirt there is
Yes.
what's come out of this mattress
Yep.
purely from the couple of weeks since this was last used. When did I present this? Maybe only... It was a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Just purely from it being in the storeroom. But as you say, people moving around, skin
Yeah.
cells. How many skin cells do you shed a day? It's lots, isn't it?
1.5 million dead skin
A day.
cells a day. Yeah. And you know, in 2 ounces of dust,
Yeah.
there's over 1 million little tiny microscopic things crawling around in 2 ounces of dust.
Do you know you've also got lice that live in your eyebrows and on your eyelashes?
Yes, I
And on
know
the front
you
of your
do,
face
But
as well.
anyway, I wouldn't advise you to do your eyebrows.
They're perfectly safe.
Yeah. Can I just, we're talking about other people's dirt. Now,
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
shamed me, so
yeah.
I'm going to shame our producer.
Oh, right, OK. Did Martha bring this in
Yes.
tonight?
Martha, our producer, lovely lady,
Yes.
she's had one of the Girmis and she took it home and I said, right, go and have a go. Well, she was actually renting a flat, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. And this was out of the mattress from the flat that she was renting. Now, isn't that absolutely
took her under a minute.
disgusting?
But
In
under a minute to
fact,
clean the mattress.
If I get this other piece of paper underneath.
But do you know, crikey, I'd take this to hotels with me. Oh, no! Is it what size mattress, Martha? A double.
Oh, yeah. That was out of where she was renting.
Her, a husband and a dog.
I mean, the thing is, you could, you know, we bring the mice and the bed bugs back out into the suitcases. When I've come back off holiday, I've actually took this and did the inside.
I
of my
would take it
suitcase.
to imagine a hotel.
Yeah,
They're not doing the mattresses. But look, the front ones come out of it in literally just a couple of weeks of it sitting
that
around
moved.
doing nothing. No one even sleeping in it. When you've got people sleeping in it, and Martha's dog is hypoallergenic as well, doesn't shed.
No.
Look at that. This is what I'm saying. If you've never ever vacuumed your mattress, when you use this for the first time, it will be eye-opening and probably eye-watering, I would imagine. And you will be... I can't think of a product that people will be more thankful they bought than this.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're sleeping on that.
Yeah,
And you might think it's all clean and lovely, but it ain't.
And don't think it's just for a mattress. I mean, think about your bed heads.
Bed
Your
heads,
three-piece
cushions,
suite.
pillows. Yeah, yeah.
Pillows, curtains, any soft furniture.
Yeah.
As I say, suitcases, pet beds, fantastic.
Pet beds,
You know, we're
yeah.
buying second-hand furniture now. So therefore, you know, on a settee or something like that, a
Yeah.
sofa, you can use that on this second.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
When you buy a new car, you can pay a lot of money to have a protective coat on it, can't you?
Yes, you can, yeah.
If you can afford it, you'd do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
When you buy a new carpet, what do you generally get with the carpet?
a guarantee. And
Yeah, or maybe Scotch Guard?
Yes,
Or is that
yeah,
for your
you do.
sofas? And you know, why'd you do that?
because
to
you want
protect it, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get something, a new piece of furniture, or new to you, especially if it's new to you and it's not brand new per se,
Yeah.
the first thing you should be doing is going over it with the Girmi.
Well, that's what.
Because-
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's not going to kill you sleeping on that, but it ain't
No.
exactly nice, is
Well,
it?
no, it's not. And the thing is, you know, let's face it, if we can make our environment a lot healthier, then.
Well, what
we're
if you're
going-
asthmatic, Beverly?
Well, that's another
That
point.
stuff, because I was heavily asthmatic when I was a kid.
Were you?
And the doctor said to my mum, he said, just try and keep the place as dust-free as possible.
Which is very difficult,
Yeah.
especially, you know, in summertime.
Yeah.
The doors are open. I mean, I know my daughter,
Yeah.
she used to suffer with allergies, especially, you know, pollen and tree pollen especially. And
Well, I live on a main road, so in the summer when the windows are open, all of the traffic films come in.
Oh.
Now, so you've emptied that and cleared the
Yep.
filter, so now we're starting afresh, so let's see.
so we're going to do the bed head.
Yeah.
Because you can. Doesn't really matter whether you hold it upside down on the
No, no,
side.
no.
It still works exactly the same. Don't forget also what's happening here. It's using the UVC as well as the suction, as well as all
Sterilising as it goes. But also
Yeah.
it's beating, so even if you did use a regular vacuum, it's not going to have that beating effect,
Yeah.
the 3,000 vibrations a minute that this does.
You can hear the power on this.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Now, we've just done the pillow.
It is mighty. And what about your cushion? Because now these cushions
Hang on,
are the studio
I'm just
cushions.
going to take this out first.
Oh, all right.
Just have a little look and see. I think we're going to have to need more paper.
Okay.
Okay, right. If I try and move that to that side, I'm going to put that into there. And it's stuck at the bottom. There we go.
it
Come
is,
out,
right.
you silly thing. Well, it's still stuck.
What was that, a big bit of fluff or something?
Yeah, a big piece of fluff, that is. There.
Oh, look!
But this is what you can see, what we've just put. Oh,
Oh, no!
That-
Stop!
that was from the bed head and the pillow.
That was from the bed. That literally the bed head and the pillow.
Oh, look at that! I'm amazed.
This is not stunt dirt, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
this is
not.
the real thing.
It's clean.
All right, do you really want to see something disgusting? Because I know these pillows or cushions get left lying around, yeah.
Oh, these
are the studio pillows, and I imagine they're absolutely blooming filthy. But you might, you know, on your sofa, I bet maybe you do wash your cushion cases. We're 20% of the stock gone now. It's flying. I don't think it's going to last the night. Get it before you miss it. If you go to shopontv.co.uk, you can order there very quickly. Remember, if you don't check out, then it's not reserved, it's not held, it's not set aside. It means that if somebody else wants to actually pay for it and buy it, then you're out of luck, because yours will be sold to them if you don't check out yourself. So literally either buy it now straight away, or add it to your basket and then click checkout. Major credit cards and debit cards accepted. You can use PayPal as a payment method, and you can also use PayPal if you wish to pay later. You have to select pay later at the PayPal website. If you've got one of these already, actually, I'd love to hear from you. If you go to the homepage of shopontv.co.uk and follow the live link, you'll notice there is a message box. You can message us through that with a testimonial. We can't reply to that, but if you want to reply or need a reply, then email instead, and that's studio@shopontv. And we can verbally reply, but studio@shopontv.co.uk. The producer can actually answer you there. And if you want to shop around, please try and find it better at a lower price somewhere else. You will not manage it, I'm assuring you, because if you went to advancedhomewares.co.uk, it's, what is it, 179 quid or something like that? Sorry, 149.99 at Advanced Homewares, and on Amazon it's 139. We've got it for 79.99. Price is correct as of yesterday evening at 10:16. Please feel free to add an extra filter. 1 in 2 people are. As I say, you can wash the filter. It'll last you a long time. Just warm soapy water under the tap, but let it air dry always. But it's always good, because you never know, it might be all gunked up, and you want to vacuum your mattress, your settee, or your curtains, or I don't know, whatever it may be. Car, great for the car, great for the pet beds and all of that. So it's always good to have a spare filter lying around, because you can hot swap them. So here we go. HEPA filter, high efficiency particulate air, basically removes 99.9% of particles and allergens, and even down to viruses and things like that, out of the air and out of your mattress and your pillows and your other soft furnishings. 3,000 vibrations a second, beating the surface to help bring the dirt into the path of the very powerful vacuum. Let's talk a bit about Girmi, shall we, Bev? Why buy it? Why trust this name that many people won't have ever heard of?
Well, no, they started in 1919. It was it was 2 brothers who started the company, and they put out like a workers' commitment. There was about 5 of them all together.
Yeah.
And they just started doing small appliances, domestic appliances.
Oh, okay.
And they've been going since 1919, and they are one of the oldest ones in Italy.
I mean, if you went to Italy and mentioned the name Girmi, it would be like saying Hoover here or something like that.
I think they did say things about toasters and things like that.
Yes, yeah.
They said that most people have got an appliance of some kind are in their home in Italy.
So they are very good quality. Literally, you're looking at over 100 years of research and development and sales and history and information and all that.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. And really to come out with something that is, I mean, yes, we know we can vacuum the mattress. Yeah. But, you know, you at home, you've probably thought to yourself, like I would have done in with the past, lift the big mattress up, and I might have done probably the mattress.
Lift the big vacuum up. So I've got a canister vac with a hose, but it's too it's too concentrated a vacuum. It sucks up the material.
Absolutely.
This is specifically designed for the job in hand. It glides over the surface, doesn't it?
Powerful enough to do the job.
It's got little wheels, sprung-loaded wheels.
Yep. But you can handle it. It's big enough for you to handle. It's powerful enough for that to do that job. Now, I mean, if you've got a small hotel or a B&B or
Airbnb
or something like that.
What about a caravan, like a seasonal vehicle that, you know, you go to sleep, it'll have been sat dormant for months.
Yes, and then if you are travelling about, Wherever you stay, you don't know what you're going to bring back.
No.
So the thing is, if you've got this, I mean, let's face it, it's not much bigger than a hairdryer.
Yeah,
so
true.
you could take that with. But what a fantastic thing to put on the bottom of your B&B. You know that all our mattresses are vacked afterwards with the Girmi, which is the infrared, and it's going to help the UV, sorry, and it's going to get rid of the bed bugs and the dust mites and things like that. So I mean, it's a good selling point for your company as well. But I mean, it's just so easy. Literally, switch the button on, and that's it. It's doing the job for you. You can't see the UVC because the naked eye can't pick it up, but it is there working, I can assure you. Also, it's beating up all that debris that's trapped inside the fibres. It's literally lifting it up to the surface.
What I'm trying to find on the box, Bev, is, because I've read everything else, but for some reason it just occurred to me, I wanted to see what voltage it operates at. Obviously, it's obviously 220 or 230 for the UK. But I'm just wondering if it would run off 110 if you did take it abroad with you, because you'd use an adapter. I don't know whether or not.
I wouldn't have thought so. I would have thought so.
Yeah.
It's only as I say.
Probably
I should imagine
yeah.
it's
I can't find it anywhere. It's usually on the plug. It's 300 watts of power, but the voltage is what I don't have.
I would have.
I need my glasses to see what's written on the plug. Yeah.
I would have thought so, quite honestly.
Now, these cushions have not been cleaned in a long time, have they?
It would be fair on what, sorry?
No, I'm just saying those cushions have not been cleaned for probably ever, actually. Have you just done the one cushion?
I've done one. Oh, look, got a lump here for us.
Oh, you got a lump. Nice.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
Ready?
God.
I'll put that down on there, because that bit's just there. And then we'll see what this...
I just don't like the idea of sleeping on that now. When you don't know it's there, it's one thing, but I'm sorry, our eyes are open now, and we know. And in a week, when you think, look, how often do you vacuum your carpet? Well, the stuff that... Oh, God, careful you don't breathe that in. If you think about it, the same rubbish that's going on your carpet that you're vacuuming maybe once or twice a week is also landing on your mattresses and your sofas and your armchairs.
Look at this.
And your pet beds and your futons and your beanbag cushions or chairs. Oh, my giddy aunt. Oh, my God. That's from a studio cushion. That is from one studio cushion.
Yeah. Honestly, it's such a fantastic...
We're almost a third of the stock gone. It's going to sell out tonight by the looks of it. I strongly recommend... Now, look, one of the things that's very important is we're not trying to use scare tactics here, because, look, you can live with dust to a certain degree. I mean, after a while, even non-asthmatic people can start to get, a little sort of... You can feel it on your chest, can't you? If you're somebody that does keep a clean home and you do vacuum, then what you're probably not vacuuming is your mattress, and you're probably... I mean, I vacuum the floor all the time. I've never vacuumed my sofa. If I use this on the sofa, I'd probably faint with what comes out of it.
Exactly.
I think I should do that.
Yes, you should. You should take it home and try. We've sent Martha. I mean, look at that.
That was what... Yeah, that was just a double mattress.
The thing is, she's...
Clean to the human eye.
Yeah. So, as I say, try it when you get home and see what it's like. It's just unbelievable when you start to use this. It's unbelievable. And the thing is, what I like, there is no chemicals whatsoever.
No.
You're not spraying pesticides. You're not breathing pesticides in.
Because, again, just to show you... Sorry, Bev, I didn't mean... No, you don't apologise. I should apologise, because I just cut straight across you, and I am so sorry. I was... your sentence was interrupting my talking. So. I don't know, because I get excited and I just, and I just bleat stuff. I do apologise, that was very rude of me. So can I just show you my bottom? So you'll notice that this is, because you're dealing with undulating patterns and finishes, you've got these two sprung-loaded wheels, so they follow the contours of the undulation of your surface. But then again, a regular vacuum doesn't do this. 3,000 times a minute, these are going back and forth. They're also little combs. So they're helping to comb the surface, but they're also beating it to help to bring all of the dirt, or as much as possible. A regular vacuum doesn't do that. That's why this is a special tool for a special job. Then you've got, as you go, the UVC sterilisation. So the little strip here that looks like little stars, that's where the UVC comes out of. That is, it's sterilising, basically, as you say, dust mites, bed bugs,
pollen,
other allergens, other types of sort of creepy crawlies that might be in your mattress. So it's kind of destroying the source of a lot of the irritants, like with bed bugs, bed bugs are a pain in the bum. Well, they can be, it depends how you lie in bed. But if you ever wake up in the night and you've got a strip of little bites on your, I've had them on my shins at certain hotels I've stayed with. That's probably bed bugs. And then especially if they keep recurring, because the bed bugs, when they come at night, obviously, and usually while you're asleep, you don't feel them because they have almost like a little anaesthetic in their mouths. So you don't feel them biting you. And they drink your blood and they literally swell. And if you've ever woken up and you've seen a patch of blood on the thing, it might be you've rolled over, specks of blood, or if it's a big splat, you might have rolled over onto a bed bug because they literally fill up, their backs fill up. So again, they're not going to kill you, but it is. When I had a problem with them once, you know, when I was staying in a hotel a lot, it's just your legs. My leg was permanently scabbing out because I had all these little, bites up my leg. So anyway, the point is, this will actually help to destroy these at source.
It's peace of mind, isn't it? That's the thing. And I mean, even if you're not concerned too much about bed bugs and things like that.
No, not everyone's got those. But dust mites, tell us about dust mites.
Dust mites is a different thing. We've all got those.
Unless you've got one of these mattresses.
To help to be able to keep those at a level where they're not interfering with your life, basically. But also think, of pollen. Pollen comes in through the window. You bring pollen in on your clothes. I've even done my wool coat with this.
So you've got hay fever and stuff like that?
Yeah, because, I mean, at this time of year, hay fever starts.
Can only help, right?
You know, let's face it, anything we can do that we're not having to put a chemical down and then we're breathing that in has got
But chemical doesn't make it disappear, does it? It's still there.
No.
Like, so with dust mites, because I had dust mite allergies when I was a kid, I had to have a course of injections.
Right.
It's not actually the dust mite. Now, they are from the arachnid family. They're little teeny mini microscopic spiders, basically. They're completely harmless. We live around them and with them all the time. Unless, as I say, if you have a mulberry silk duvet or a mulberry silk pillow or a mulberry silk mattress, and if you haven't seen mulberry silk, maybe Martha wouldn't mind looking up when the next show is. I think it's either next week or maybe the week after. We haven't confirmed it yet, but it's coming soon, because dust mites don't naturally like to live inside silk, and that's what this mattress is. But the point is that in any other mattress or pillow, what is it, after 2 years, something like 30% of the weight of your mattress is dust mites and their droppings and their carcasses.
Well,
and it's the poo, it's the droppings.
That's
the allergen.
That's what irritates you.
Yeah.
In fact, you want to check your pillows at home, right? Get your pillow, put it on your arm, and your pillow has got to stay straight. If it droops down both sides, like that, that's the dust mite feces that's inside the pillow.
Wow.
So the thing is, if you can keep on top of this and vacuum without it being a hard job to do, I mean, they are totally becoming so resistant to a lot of their actual
chemicals and things.
Yeah, chemicals.
Well,
You know, that you're not going to use anything like that.
I just had a thought. Let's do a little lightning round where we try and think of different places you can use it. Babies, if you've got a newborn baby, the cot, the mattress in the cot, caravan, motorhome, boat.
Boats.
Yep. Carpets, area rugs. Now, you wouldn't get down on your hands and knees and do all your carpets with it necessarily.
But I mean, the thing is, where they lay their eggs, right, especially dog and cat fleas, are around the edge of the room, especially near the radiators, because that's how they hatch out. They like the warmth.
So you can use the UVC.
So then you could use that around the edge, of the actual room and underneath the radiators. Right. So you're cutting down on the flea eggs before they hatch out. So you're helping
nipping it in the bud, so to speak.
And therefore that's easier than going buying about 10 cans of flea spray to be able to do it. And again, it's no chemical whatsoever.
No.
It's just down to, if you like, something that's in the atmosphere. That's something that
It's, you know, just in summary, to say, oh, why would I want something that's such a specialist product? Well, your vacuum cleaner is a specialist product. It's to do a job. And this does a job that actually the vacuum cleaner doesn't. It sort of carries on. It's like an extension to your vacuum cleaner. Well over a quarter. It was a big stock we got back in, but well over a quarter, pushing towards a third, has gone. Remember your spare HEPA filter as well for 12 quid. Right, very quickly, we're going to go to the Cocoon mattress, which, again, I just got one. It's on its way. It left Glasgow a day or two ago, which is where the warehouse is. And that is coming to me, hopefully, tomorrow, with a little bit of luck. And just so you know what it's all about and why you need to buy one and the reason why I bought one, here is Ray Kennedy from RK Sales, the exclusive distributor of Mulberry Silk and Cocoon products in the UK. This is what he had to say.
Mulberry Silk, of course, keeps you warm in the winter, cool in the summer, stops you sweating. Or you sweat less, let's put it that way. It'll take away 30% of its own weight in moisture or sweat. People who overheat in bed, it really is the mattress you should be sleeping on.
Yeah.
Now, the pillow top, we make 3 different mattresses. We make the regular, we make the premium, and the premium plus. Now, what we're offering today is a wonderful bargain, actually, for any viewer watching. We are offering the viewers a chance to get the Premium Plus for the price we would normally charge for the regular, everyday, bog standard mattress. Now, you'll find I've got a cut-down version of it here. You can see it. You can see just how beautiful that is. Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
It is lovely, yeah.
Bed, yeah. This top layer is extra silk, and you'll find when you sleep in this, it really just is the most perfect thing to sleep on.
Yeah. So on the regular mattresses, there's silk inside with all those, but this you're sleeping right on it. And
yes,
again,
but the silk inside the mattress all the way up in one of the layers, then there's extra silk in top and plenty of it. Now, the important thing to remember with this mattress, it is a support mattress. When you sleep on it, you don't sort of go into a recess. I keep using this word recess because mattresses memory foam do tend, according to what the public tell us, I'm only repeating what the public have told me for the last 18 months. You'll find me somewhere or somebody from our company at every live exhibition in Britain. For 250 days out of 350 days every year, we will be talking to the public about their bedding likes and their dislikes. So they tell us that they prefer pocket-sprung mattresses. And what we have done is taken a pocket-sprung mattress, filled it with silk, given it a 10-year warranty, a 60-day trial period. It'll be delivered to you. You put it in the bed, you sleep on it for 60 days. If after 60 days you decide you don't like it, and that's virtually impossible, you simply lift the telephone, one telephone call, you phone us up, we will send you a special bag, you pop it in the bag, we come and collect it, and we refund every penny that you paid for this mattress.
You see, this is the thing. This is why also, because as you know, I'm Mr. Mulberry Silk. That's why I got that mattress, because the fact that, again, I don't have to worry about dust mites and things like that, because they're not going to live in the mattress, chances are. You know, one or two might stray in, but then they'll go, oh, I don't like it here, and they'll leave, hopefully, straight away. But it's the fact I can sleep on it for 2 months before I decide to keep it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if I don't like it, I'll send it back.
How many times? Do you know, I once, many years ago, brought a mattress, spent over £1,000 on this mattress.
Yeah.
And you know, to be honest, it was horrible.
That's what I did with mine. I spent £1,000 on mine and David's mattresses.
Yeah.
Because we prodded them in the store, and you know, and I've hated sleeping on it every night. It's given me a bad back for nearly 7 years. So finally, I've got a new mattress, and it's that one. Right. This 20% of a relatively small stock. That's in 1 minute of showing it. I love this. It's like a race car of an
Isn't it
iron.
fantastic? Look how small it is. It's nice and neat and compact.
Yeah.
You can fill water in it whenever you want. You don't have to wait for it to cool down.
Nice.
Normal tap water in there. You
Big
don't
tank.
need to buy anything
Yeah.
fancy because it's a self-clean iron.
Hey.
So you can get rid of any of the limescale that may collect in the time.
Yeah.
Takes about 2 to 3 minutes to do, and I'm going to show you how to do that
Yeah,
in a minute.
yeah.
But the beauty of this is it's powerful. Now, look at the state of this. I brought the worst
Yeah.
one, I think, here.
What is that fabric? Is
This
that?
is a cotton.
Cotton.
And cotton can be
Right.
really difficult.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I could say that that's a little
That is definitely creased.
That's definitely creased, isn't it?
Yes.
So we want something that's going to literally use like a knife through butter.
Oh my! And now I'll give you a £5. Can I hold this up for
Yes,
Kieran?
of course, yeah.
Now, Kieran, if you can be super duper Mr. Special Camera Operator guy, on top of all the other jobs, okay. Now, if you can find a wrinkle in there, I'll give you a £5. Can't.
There you go. You
Go
see
on,
it?
go all the way across where the iron went.
Yeah.
I think my £5 is safe.
Yep.
This, he's found a wrinkle. And it doesn't do it with heat, so it's not burning or scorching or melting the fibres, which is what iron shine is, basically.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
helping to protect your clothes and make them last longer.
Absolutely. Cooler sole plate, this
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
800 watts.
Because heat doesn't get rid of wrinkles, steam
No,
does.
it doesn't. You're quite right there. But I mean, look at the results you are getting off of this iron.
All right.
I mean, it's...
Bev, I'll give you £100 if you can find a wrinkle in
Will
it that
you?
you just ironed.
What, like that?
Oh, look.
One there, look.
What happened? What happened?
But also...
That's what, listen, when you buy, what do you buy an iron for? You don't buy it to make the dinner. You don't buy it to whisper speak nothings in your ear at night time. You buy it to get rid of wrinkles. It's the only reason you do it. To either deliberately put creases in or to mostly get creases
Take
out.
it out, yeah.
This does it better than a regular conventional iron. Now, Kieran got a steam generator on apparently to turn his bathroom into a sauna.
Oh, right, okay.
Now, this is what, satin, silk?
Satin, straight on to satin without changing the temperature.
No, this is not a magic trick. We've never met before, have we?
No.
All right, Kieran, you turn to earn your money. Let me put it like this. I'll deduct £5 if you can't find a crease. That's satin. Now, aren't you supposed to put a towel over satin or something
Nope,
like that?
because your sole plate's cooler on this
because
iron.
you don't need the heat.
Yep.
It
so
relaxes the fibres. The fibres kind of go, oh, yeah, man, hey.
They do.
And then the steam...
You do that after you've been ironing. You go,
You
oh,
do.
yeah, man.
When I got a steam generator iron, I actually really enjoy ironing now because it's so satisfying. And my lad's got some really tough linen shirts, and you wouldn't be able to get the creases out if you didn't have a steam generator iron. This is producing 3 bar of pressure
Yeah.
at continuous steam, so you can use it vertically as well. You can refresh clothes like jackets. If I've worn a jacket and I've worn a cologne. I mean, look at that, multiple surfaces, different textures.
Different textures, different temperatures on an iron
Yeah.
setting, but obviously it's gone straight through, so therefore it's going to cut your ironing time
multiple
down.
layers.
But that's,
Oh, speaking of.
yeah, look at that. It's bad, isn't it? It's grease. Look at
Now, that could have yesterday's old Izzy Miyake in it. And you can, because steam kills bacteria, which is where nasty nifs come from. So it
Exactly.
deodorises as well. Now, look at that. That saved me 15 quid going to the dry
Yep.
cleaners.
So it's vertical ironing, so you can hang your
Yeah.
stuff up and just literally go through one. Now I've got this now, and this is normally very difficult
What is
to
this
iron.
now? Oh, is this linen?
It's like a twill.
Oh,
It's a
twill.
Yes, it's a
Twill be hard to
It
iron
will be hard to iron, yes. So,
under normal circumstances.
I mean, you could pay this price for a normal basic iron, but this is just absolutely...
Well, let's talk about normal irons. What's a normal iron, Bev?
Well, normal iron is something that you put a little tiny drop of water in, about an egg cupful.
Yeah.
You have a temperature guide on it, and you have to take the temperature up.
And how
and
hot
down
is it
and down
normally?
Sorry?
How hot is it normally?
2 to 3,000 watts of heat. Okay?
That's the heat of a heater, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fire.
Electric fire is 3,000 watts.
And that's going on your clothes.
Yep.
No wonder you get a bit of your clothes stuck to the bottom of the iron.
Need to have that amount of
no.
temperature.
The fact is, in days of yore or yesteryear, all they had was a bit of iron that they'd heat over the fire. That's why it's called, incidentally, an iron. And they didn't have electricity in the early days and steam and all. Well, they might have had steam, but not in irons. No. And so it's a bit like, listen, we used to use calculators. Now we've got computers and even handheld computers called smartphones or abacuses. Abaci, yeah, in the early days. You know what I mean? Things move on. This is the latest gen technology for ironing. And if you go to a dry cleaners, they have these steam generator irons. Now, theirs might go up to 12 bar of pressure, and they'll be bigger and more powerful because they're industrial units. But this, now you've got the power, you know, certainly a good amount of power, a very good amount, much better than any iron you've got already if it's not a steam generator iron, in your own home. Now, here's something very fine and fancy.
But look how creased it is.
It's very frilly.
This again is cotton, right? Okay.
I bought one of these once. It didn't cost me very much money, but that's because I thought I wanted some cheap frills.
Oh, it's getting that time of night again, girls and boys.
The jokes are free, folks. Roberta, our technical operator, she's in stitches, apparently.
Oh, look at that. Just look at
She's a material girl.
Oh. I mean, it just is such a dream to use.
It's £99!
I know! And
should be 179. I've gone very high.
And it has... Oh, I'll show you.
In a minute, a locking mechanism.
Yeah.
And also, it's got a cable or a cord tidy. $99.99. It's £80 more at Advanced Homewares and at OnBuy. And this would be, if you went to Italy, this would be a household name.
It would.
And this would probably be a household appliance that almost every household had.
Look, got even an iron lock, so you can lock it away. So when you pick it up, it's nice and secure.
Yeah.
Now, if you turn around on the back, you'll see the 3 buttons. One is your eco button.
Yeah.
Just press and hold. That takes it onto your eco setting.
What does that do?
That will reduce the amount of water that the iron uses, so you're not filling it as full as quickly. And also it does reduce the amount of your electricity.
Got it.
Okay. Middle one is your maximum. Okay, so you can iron everything on that if you wish. Power. Now this one, it says self-clean. Okay. What you'll do with that periodically, fill it with water, switch it on, press that for 3 seconds, then hold the iron over the sink or a bowl because that will flush out any lime scale that's trapped in there.
So it spits it out.
Flushes it
now,
all
you
the
do
way out.
get, we've got a spare one over there, and you can buy spare ones if you want. There is an anti-calc cartridge. Now, how long will that last? I know it's difficult to say. If you're in a really hard water area...
Depends, to be quite honest, how often you use it.
But it's not every week. I mean, it's,
Let's say you ironed once a week and you lived in an exceptionally hard water area, you're probably looking at a year.
I mean, it's still, you know?
It really, but as I say, it just depends on that. Keep it clean. If you keep it clean, by doing that, that helps the filter as well.
And you can use filter. I mean, I had to be honest, in mine, I use water out of my my Brita. Because it just because I'm in a very hard water area.
But you can't use it out of a water softener or anything like that because some of them use salts in the water the water softener. I can't speak tonight.
You could use, if you wanted, you could use distilled water, but you don't have to because the cartridge, it's 14 quid. If it lasts you for a year, in worst case scenario, roughly, and you get one with it, but then there's another one spare if you want it.
Spare one with that. But I mean, for £99.
I mean, well, I bought my big heavy because you know, remember the days. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. But you said you can't talk very well tonight.
It's
anyway,
all right.
so it's fine. No, you remember the days of the regular irons?
Yes, I do.
And they got a little clear thing at the top. And we still have these in our Warrington studio, and I have to turn them right down because they burn my shirts.
Yes.
I've 3 or 4, or maybe even 5 times, I've replaced my shirts because they've got iron shine, and they shrink too, and they get stiff. So you get a little plastic container and you fill it up with a little, like less than a cup of water. That drops onto the hot plate and that is what creates the steam. You have to press a button and the steam that comes out is kind of like,
Yeah,
you know?
it is, yeah.
Unless you'd press the button and it goes, pff, pff. But it's not continuous and it's not high pressure. But the point is that I remember the marketing, when I bought my first iron, the marketing campaign was all about the weight of the iron, because the heavier the iron,
Oh, yeah.
the more it gets rid of the wrinkles, it compresses the wrinkles. But actually, you know what the downside of that is? It compresses the wrinkles. Because
Yeah.
if you've got a wrinkle and you push it, it just flattens it. So I guarantee, if you're being honest, come on, be honest with me. No, don't be honest with me. Be honest with yourselves. If you've got a regular iron, first of all, if you crank the temperature up, again, iron shine, damaging clothes, yada, yada, yada. But be honest, does your iron really get rid of the wrinkles to a satisfactory level? Because every time I've done a shirt with a regular iron, it flattens it, but you see these little all the wrinkles are like hairline wrinkles. This gets rid of the wrinkles completely, which is why you buy a blooming iron in the first place, right? If you haven't got a steam generator iron, you're not getting the best results from your iron. I guarantee it from my experience. So do yourselves a favour, while we've got this for 80 quid off, a top name in Italy, a top brand and a top bit of kit for 100 quid. Get one because these will sell out tonight. We're already at, I don't know, something like half the stock. I don't know where we are exactly. It's a lot of the stock has gone. Yeah, well, 20%.
The thing is with
Yes.
this, like you've said, you will buy a normal basic iron for £80.
Yeah.
Heavy, lot of water, and unfortunately high heat. That is going to cut your ironing time down because you're not having to change the temperature. You can fill that as and when. There's 1.5 litres of water you can put in there, so that will probably last about 45 minutes to an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah.
That's enough for most people
Sure.
who's ironing. But also you can keep on top of the lime scale, and that I think is the most important today.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic iron. It's an iron
protects-
that I'd be happy to have.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, same. I've become a bit of an iron snob, actually, I have to say. And I tell everybody, if you've got a steam generator iron, or I ask them, and if they say no, I'm like, you know
Once
what I
you
mean?
start with a...
Don't even bother, because it's selling so quickly. We're going to move back to the,
are we?
mattress vacuum. We're going to show you the website first, though. This is where you can do your shopping. shopontv.co.uk. Remember, we are a partnership with ITV, and we are your official shopping show on ITV1 and STV. And so you can buy with confidence, peace of mind, and trust in the knowledge that your money is being sent to a legitimate, very highly overseen company. You know, we are watched like a hawk by the likes of Ofcom and the Advertising Standards Authority, and we make sure that we maintain the very highest standards, their standards, as well as our own, to ensure that you get the best possible shopping experience. The reason you tune in to Shop on TV every night between midnight and 3 is because our team of buyers, they scour the land for the best products at the best prices they can get them at, and we will always endeavour to be market beating. In fact, now we've got a bit more choice. We generally, if we're not market beating, we won't even feature the product. So this is, whoa, look at that cheese. So if you want the best prices and you want the best products, this is the place to watch everything. Plus, we like to have a bit of fun too. Well, I do anyway. I always get in trouble for it, but I don't care. I do really. If I lose my job, I'll care. But while they still let me come back, I won't. Anyway, this is what you could pay elsewhere. If you went to Advanced Homewares, it's $149.99 for the Girmi AP21 UV mattress vacuum. It's $139 at Amazon, but again, market beating, but quite convincing market beating going on there, actually. The Shop on TV price is $79.99, correct? We checked it at 10:16 yesterday evening, and it's literally, what is that? It's about 60 to 70 pounds off, depending on where you buy it. I know what I'd rather pay. In fact, you can get a spare filter, which is 12 quid, and the actual vacuum itself, and still save about 50 to 60 quid. Or 40 to 50 quid, actually. I mean, that's just, you know. Now, how do we do this? How do you do that, they asked. Because we deal directly with Girmi. We do, you know, we don't have any middle people that are all layering on their profit margin. We deal direct with either the distributor, because in this case we have an exclusive distributor in the UK for the Girmi products. We deal directly with them. They deal directly with us. There's no advertising. This show is the advert. There are no celebrity endorsements, as you can tell. That's why I'm presenting the show. Apart from Bev, of course, you know. And all of, I mean, look, when you buy a brand name, you pay for the label, you pay for the cost of their adverts and their posters and their paraphernalia and their celebrity endorsements. That all gets passed on to you. And if you didn't know that, then, I mean, it's, sorry, it's true. But here, none of that.
No.
Straight savings, direct from us to you.
Just us.
Yes. Bev.
Yes.
Oh, hang on, let me say it like this. What's it all about, Beverly?
Well, we have got a fantastic vacuum here, which not only will vacuum your mattress, but also get rid of the dust mites and the bed bugs and the pollen that we bring in and the allergens.
Now, can we say officially, will help to radically diminish them, if not eliminate them completely?
Will help to eradicate the...
Because we can't guarantee it'll get every last one.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, nothing is ever 100%. There'll always be that one.
Except my talent.
Well, oh yes, of course.
100% lacking.
That you sort of miss and that you want to, you know. Similar to when you've got children, there's always that one, isn't there, that's misbehaving. But anyway, let's face it, it's going to help. And the beauty of this is it's simple to use, and it's simple technology actually, with the HEPA filter, the 2 stages that's inside there, what's all watchable. Also, you've got the infrared.
No, the UV
light,
ultraviolet, other end of the spectrum, dearie.
Do you know, honestly, why do I say?
You're having a night, aren't you?
Oh, I'm having.
It's all right. I have those most
am.
nights.
Oh.
Okay.
Honestly, I knew it. I knew driving. I thought when I was coming down, and I nearly went the wrong way down the side road.
But it's working this time of night can get you that, because some nights you just get tired at a normal, regular human time, and then you've still got to come to work and do the show. So I totally understand. Don't worry about it. We're not judging.
It's not that. It's just my brain's not working. I think it's somewhere else, somewhere warm and exotic. Anyway.
I'll fill in where needed.
Thank you. Please do. Yeah. So if I just start with one and then just say nothing else.
That's
right.
fine.
So we've got these lovely, I mean, look at them. Aren't they fantastically made? They've even got the little tiny knobbles on, which will...
I love a knobble.
Knobbles,
Love a
yes,
good
I like
knobble.
a knobble. It vibrates 3,000 times per minute. That actually is beating the mattress to bring them forth all that debris that's living in there, which is dead skin cells, same as we say, the dust mite feces, and that's what we're usually allergic to.
Yeah.
And what that's doing is it's beating that up to the surface. You've also got suction on here, so it's taking it away. But with the UV light that's up at the top, which is on the band of C, that's why you can't see it. It's just not visible to the naked eye. So therefore, what that's doing is actually altering the DNA structure of the egg of whatever it's trying to get rid of. So therefore, it's stopping them from hatching out.
And the creature itself.
And the
living
creature
creatures
itself
too.
as well. But the
Dust mites,
beauty of
bed
this
bugs,
is it's
fleas,
not
that sort of
using
thing.
any chemicals whatsoever.
No.
Now, I read a report the other day which was saying that the bed bugs explosion has literally doubled, okay, from last year. So because of all, I mean, we're travelling and we...
Well, you can go on holiday, and if you happen to stay in a hotel that's got bed bugs, and even one of them crawls into your suitcase, you bring it back with you.
Absolutely.
And they multiply very rapidly.
We're also buying second-hand furniture, you know, rebuying that, so you don't know what that's got.
Yeah, this is not to scare you. Look, if you haven't got bed bugs, you haven't got bed bugs. But if you do get them, this could help to minimise them, if not, and reduce them, and maybe even eliminate them without having to call somebody in and use pesticides and fumigate and all that sort of stuff. But what you will have, unless you've got mulberry silk bedding and a mulberry silk duvet, if you've got a regular duvet, a mulberry silk mattress, you've got regular bedding and regular mattress, you are going, unless you haven't got a leather sofa, you've got a fabric sofa or an armchair or whatever, you will have millions of bed bugs living in your bedding.
Yes,
And you can't avoid it. They just like to set up home. You sweat every night. They love moist, hot, dank temperatures and
humidity,
and conditions. That's the word I was looking for. So help to reduce them by using this, because
simple method.
Yeah.
Well, what they were saying also was because they were becoming quite resistant to the pesticides that they were using, they were going to have to increase the strength in the pesticides. Well, you know, that can't be healthy for us, let alone the bed bugs.
Well, there's going to be residual
mites.
Chemical, I would have thought.
Absolutely. You know, and also there's a large cost involved because you're having, you know, to have someone in to come to do this sort of thing. Where this, you've got a chemical-free solution.
So you don't have to pay for extra chemicals all the time.
Absolutely. Once you've purchased the vacuum cleaner and you've got your filter, I mean, the filters are washable anyway. So therefore...
A little bit electric.
Exactly, which you're not talking of a lot, because the actual suction on this is 10 kPAs, which is equivalent to a vacuum cleaner, what they use now with the battery operative. So, you know, consequently, you're not using a lot of electricity because the UVC that we've got is helping to do
It's kind of to the environment as well, if there are no chemicals and all of that. Oh, you almost sprayed that dirt all over me. The exhaust comes out the side. Careful, comes out the side.
But we can also use it at an angle.
Yep.
You know, we don't have to use it on the flat. So this could be for your bed head. This could be for your three-piece suite. That armchair, especially where the...
Whoa.
Especially where the cat and the dog tends to
well, at least you've got something to vacuum it up with.
Well, I'm not going to vacuum.
Oh, wait, I'm going to move this out of the way. It's going to go right in my face.
Because I'm going to...
Sam, help, somebody please. Wait, Bev, stop. Whoa, stop, please. Where's Sam?
So powerful.
Can we get rid... Sorry, this is getting thrown. It's getting blown everywhere.
I'm not going to do this bit here because I want us to have a look.
We need to give Martha her dirt back. Oh, she doesn't want it back, apparently. OK. Thank you, mate. Sorry.
Another piece of paper, please. Could I... if possible. But...
We'll get one in a minute. Just put it on the mattress if you want. You can always
see
vacuum it up.
around the edge. That is from the base of the egg. So I'm not going to vacuum this bit up here. I'm going to leave that. This is new dirt.
Oh, God, that's dust.
Around here.
See, what you've done inadvertently, Bev, is prove why you need one of these, because I can taste the dust in my mouth.
Thank you, madam.
And I can... I'm slightly asthmatic. I'm not.
Sorry.
I used to be horribly asthmatic. But if I breathe that in, it's not going to do my lungs any good.
No. That is just from the front of the mattress, what we saw.
But that's not all.
Also, let's have a look and see.
Lord.
Oh, you can see the fine.
And again, this mattress has never been slept in or on, I suppose.
Oh.
It does such a good job. Oh, my Lord.
And you saw, and I mean, we've still got that bit there that I didn't do because I purposely didn't do it, because we just did round the front of the bed. So you could do your curtains, you could do your bed head, you could do round the base of your bed. Even if you have a mulberry silk mattress, there's still pollen that comes into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So you can still use it on your mulberry silk mattress.
Yeah.
Also, pet beds. What a fantastic
I
thing
couldn't
for
even
the pet
imagine what would
beds.
come off a pet bed. I mean, good Lord.
I mean, can you imagine all the
I'm trying not
dust and all the bits that it'll take out? I mean, it's so fine, this mesh of this filter. Plus, the fact is the internal one's a HEPA filter.
Yeah.
So, therefore, it's taking...
Because it's very fine particles, you don't want them going back out into the atmosphere.
No.
It's actually, I forget what the micron level is exactly, but it's teeny. It's factors less than the width of a human hair. So it's down to the bacteria and even the virus level, you know.
Absolutely.
And it stops that from going back out into the atmosphere when you vacuum it up.
And this...
So dust mites are 200 to 300 microns. And what is 4 to 20 microns? Oh, but their poo is 4 to 20 microns.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but this is capable. I can't believe I now know the girth of a dust mite's poo. Every day's a school day, eh?
Can we have a look at this, please? That's what I've just wiped from...
Oh.
I've just wiped that from round the rim of this.
Bev's just wiped her finger round the rim, folks. Oh my Gideon. Again, if I may, Bev, the one thing you won't have to worry about when it comes to dust mites is Mulberry Silk. Now, Mulberry Silk make duvets, they make pillows, they make mattress protectors, although you won't need one if you get the Cocoon mattress. The Cocoon mattress is the Mulberry Silk mattress, basically. By the way, this is the best price we've ever done. Now, can I show you this? I want to show you the sizes and the prices, right? So, you see the usual price, okay? Those are the prices, the full prices for the pillow top version, yeah? Now, so that's the singles 549, the double 749, the king 799, and the super king 899. I just bought a £900 mattress, but I saved £400. But these are special prices. In actual fact, the singles normally, I think, £350. The double is normally, what's the double? Normally £480, is that right, for the double? What's the normal price, Martha? I'm doing it off the top of my head. I think, so it was 21 or 51. So I believe it was 21. So I think it was 360 for the single. It was about 480, I think, or 470 for the double. Anyway, those are our normal price. Now, the price that you normally paid, maybe it was 449 for the double. The price you normally paid is actually the price for the Cocoon entry-level mattress that doesn't have the pillow top. So we were giving you normally the pillow top version, the top of the range, for the entry-level non-pillow top version. However, we've now gone a stage further and taken even more money off. So now you're actually getting basically the top of the range pillow top version for less than the normal price of the entry-level non-pillow top version. So 499, 400 quid off the Super King. I just say 400 quid off my Super King and then some. And in this pillow top, it has 100% full length, full fibre mulberry silk. And here to tell us what that's all about, why that's important, is the man who has, for the last 60 years or so, his company has distributed and sold mulberry silk in this country. You can only get it through him, through RK Sales or through us, but our prices are the lowest, and he guarantees that absolutely. So if you haven't got the bedding yet, it's the best bedding money can buy, in my experience. Make sure, keep an eye out on your TV guide or on the Shop on TV guide for the next Mulberry Silk show, which I'm doing, I think, in a week or two, week after next. We don't know the exact date yet, so it may be Sean and Hayley, but it'll either be me or Sean and Hayley. And yeah, there's a reason I've had Mulberry Silk for 6 years, all the Mulberry Silk bedding for 6 years. The best pillow I've ever owned, best pillow you'll ever buy, best duvet you'll ever buy, I think, honestly, and best mattress you'll ever buy. I've tried so many mattresses. We've sold other mattresses, and they're good. They're great, actually. But none of them have got the Mulberry Silk, and this is why you need it.
This is an extraordinary mattress. It's packed with silk, and because it is packed with silk, it's better, in our opinion, than, say, mattresses which don't have silk in them. Now, how this happened is quite simple. We decided to enter the mattress business roughly about 5 years ago. And we were in a very, very fortunate position, Rob, and I'll tell you why I say that. As you know from previous shows that we have done together over years, as a company, we exhibit at every major retail exhibition in Britain. Yeah. And we have done for 65 years. And we talk to the public. When we're live at an exhibition, we talk to the public. And we ask them their likes and their dislikes. And they tell us what they like and they dislike about their bedding. Now, we discovered by asking over a period of about 18 months before we started to manufacture this mattress, we discovered that basically there's two types of mattresses you can get, memory foam or a sprung mattress. Now, some people like memory foam, but we discovered an awful lot of people were unhappy with it. Let's put it that way.
Yes, yes.
It made them too hot, and it tended, in their opinion, to lose shape very quickly.
Yeah.
In actual fact, that happened to my wife and myself. About 9 to 10, 11 years ago, we decided we would like a new mattress. We went to the shop that sells mattresses, and she made me lie in the bed and test it. I lay in the bed for 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, thought this feels okay. Bought one, paid, I think, it was roughly close to £1,000 anyway for it, had it delivered, and 3 or 4 months after we had it delivered, I discovered I didn't really like it at all. I was overheating on it, and it lost shape very quickly, and I was sinking into a hollow within this memory foam mattress. So I was of the same opinion as the public, that based on the information we had gained over 18 months by talking to the public at roughly 100 retailer outlets every year, that springs were really much better than memory foam to have in a mattress.
But as we've already said, there are different types of spring.
Yeah.
Maybe we haven't really covered that. Well, there are different types of
yes,
spring.
of course.
aren't there?
Well, the old-fashioned sprung mattresses, the springs within the mattress were very large in diameter. Each one was joined to the one next door, and they had a serpentine rail that ran round the outer. Now, the problem then was, of course, I weigh about 19, 20 stone. My wife weighed roughly 10 stone. And when I turned over in bed, the springs, because they were all joined together, you got motion transfer. When I turned over, she ended up rolling over on top of me and bumping into me.
Sometimes the only way you can get a cuddle,
It's the
isn't
only
it?
way you can get a cuddle. Rob, I've been married 48 years. You don't get many cuddles after 48 years. I can assure you. So what we decided to do as a company, we decided to manufacture a modern mattress with pocket springs.
Right.
Now, this is a cut-down version of what's inside this mattress. This is the pocket springs that you will find inside this mattress. Unlike the old-fashioned springs, these stand on their own. They are not joined together. Now, this is a medium firm support mattress. When you sleep in this, your body is going to be supported. You're not going to sink into a hollow.
Right.
It's not going to lose shape. It cannot lose shape.
Yes.
Because there's so many springs within the mattress. I think from memory in a king, there's roughly 800 springs, which is quite a lot.
And they all contour, they fit the contours.
Yes, well,
of your
I'll show
body,
you this.
don't
This
they?
might interest the viewers. You'll find, because they all stand independently, the only springs that move in this mattress are the springs where the weight is directly above that particular spring. And to give you some indication of what I mean, if I press this spring down right in the corner, flat as a pancake, the springs either side don't move.
Right.
They simply don't move because they're individual pocket springs.
I'm so excited because I just got myself the Super King cocoon mattress and it should be arriving tomorrow. I've just got to buy a new bed frame and then I can finally start sleeping on my cocoon mattress. And I'll not only be sleeping under mulberry silk, I'll be sleeping on it. I will be cocooned in mulberry silk.
Oh, right.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If you've just tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, we're all about, well, two things tonight from Girmi. It's a kind of a Girmi special. We've got the iron, which is flying out the door, and so is our mattress vac. We brought more in this time than we ever have before, because every single time this has been on the air, it has sold out. So it might, a third of the stock's gone, and that was a big stock. It might actually survive tonight because we just went stupid with the order this time, didn't we? Because we can't keep this thing in stock, because anyone who sees this in action immediately goes, oh my God, I actually really need one of those. And it is one of those things you never would have ever thought of buying. It's a dedicated mattress vac, well, mattress and soft furnishing, so sofas, pet beds, curtains, you know, all that kind of stuff. Our price is the best in the land, as far as we are aware, $79.99. You can buy it at Advanced Homewares, and it's $149.99. Or you can go to I've heard of that, Amazon. Yeah. I think they're doing quite well.
Yeah.
£139 from Mr. Jeff Bezos, but from Mr. Jamie Martin, the CEO of Shop on TV, $79.99.
Can't beat that, can you?
Can't beat that.
Nope.
Not with a stick, anyway. No, you can't. I mean, we always do strive to be the market-beating price, and actually these days we'll
Certainly
reject products if they're not. And every now and then we get the occasional email saying, "I found it cheaper on Amazon."
Really?
For some reason they've turned into what's his face from Life of Brian, but Brian, Terry Jones.
Oh, Terry.
But because everyone is so aware of Shop on TV that they wait, and when we go to air with something, they drop their prices.
Oh.
It does happen. It honestly does. Even the big Amazon will drop their price to try and beat us. So sometimes we go to air all cocky, like we got the best price in the land, and then someone says, "Oh no, you don't." But we do take it up with the suppliers the next day, and if it was a supplier issue and they were being crafty, and we did have some of those in the early days, a few liberty takers, and whoosh, off with their heads. Well, we didn't cut their heads off. That would be cruel. We just didn't bring them back. And also slightly illegal, apparently. Certain parts of England. So fight mites and allergens with a HEPA filter to make sure that those things you extract using the vacuum don't go back into the atmosphere. And you've got 3,000 micro vibrations constantly beating the surface to help to bring the dirt and the dust and the dander to the surface and into the path of the vacuum, along with a UV sterilising lamp to help to kill all of the creepy crawlies and nasties that might be lurking within the surface that you're, or under the surface that you're cleaning, and potentially causing allergens and a general feeling of ickiness. Yes, we don't like ick, do we? No. Get rid of ick with Girmi. That should be their slogan, shouldn't it? Yeah. Bev?
Yes.
Over to you, darling.
Okay, right. Fantastic little vacuum this is. Not only will it vacuum with the suction and take away all the debris of the dead skin cells and all the dust mite feces and things like that, it also helps to eradicate things like bed bugs and dust mites themselves. Now, how it does that, along here is a UV light, and there's 3 lights: UVA, UVB and UVC. UVC you cannot see with the naked eye. It's not on our spectrum, but I can assure you it's on the right spectrum for getting rid of those little darlings that are supposed to be, or rather not supposed to be, in the bed.
Technically all of the UV light is outside of our visual spectrum, isn't it?
Well, no, you can see the blue, can't you?
No.
The UVA.
Those are black lights, they're different.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I thought that was...
Because there's UVA in the sun, you can't see, it's not blue, you don't see blue. The actual rays are
No,
invisible, I think.
no, oh, right, okay.
I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I just thought we'd have a little scientific debate. No, I don't think so. A black light's very... yes, it is a UV light, but it's the actual colour is not the UV rays.
Oh, right, oh. Well,
No, I'm not trying to correct you or be
please
facetious.
do.
I'm just...
I'm always willing to learn, whatever it...
Well, I could be completely wrong.
Well...
Answers on a postcard, let us know. But UVC, well, you can't see the UVC, and
No,
it's
you can't.
absolutely perilous.
It is.
Lethal to the little things in your mattress.
Because
and
what it does, it alters the DNA structure of the egg, okay, and the dust mite and the bed bug. So therefore, it either helps to eradicate them, or it will also stop the flea eggs from hatching out.
Oh,
so therefore,
not fun.
But those bury themselves into the mattress, so you need something to be able to bring them to the surface, so the UVC light can get hold of them, and that's down to these 2 little
you can't beat those.
You can't beat those.
Actually, yes, you can.
3,000 beats per minute, and they are vibrating the mattress. That's bringing it up to the surface with the suction combined with the UVC light. That's helping to draw it in through the 2-stage filter. One of them is a mesh filter, the other is a HEPA filter. It takes it through there, and as I say, the UVC is working as you're using it.
I'll tell you a little story.
Sorry?
Can I tell you a little story?
You can, yes.
So when I lived in Florida, I don't know if I mentioned that I used to live in America. I lived in America. And there was a time we were moving to New York, I think it was actually. And so having moved out of our Florida apartment, and we had a bit of a stopgap, so we stayed at a motel.
Right.
And in those days, I was a smoker.
Okay.
And I would sit outside in the hot Floridian sun on the stairs, because we were on the second level, our motel room, and watch the fleas jumping up and down on the carpet, from the outdoor carpet. Why they had carpet outdoors, I'll never know.
And you stayed?
Well, they weren't in the room, fortunately. But I did get the odd flea bite or two. But yeah, because they do nip, don't they?
Yes, they
But
do.
it was just hilarious. They go so high because they can jump,
Quite a few,
ridiculous
yes,
amounts
yeah,
of
they
times
can.
their body weight, can't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw one of our work colleagues once came into work one day, and around the back of his neck, about a bridge like that, was all these red marks. And I said, "What have you done to your neck?" And he said, "Oh, I've been staying in this hotel. I think they bites." I said, "Well, you're not going back tonight, are you?"
You can take your Girmi with you whenever you go to
Yeah.
an Airbnb or a motel or a hotel.
I was also just thinking, where could we use it at home? Well, when you get home, you're going to take it out of the box, plug it in. You're going to do your three-piece suite if it's fabric. You might as well do the curtains in the lounge while you're there because they've got the pollen and they bring things in. Pet beds, absolutely fantastic for pet beds. Also, do round the edge of your room underneath the radiators if you've got pets, because that's where the pet fleas lay their eggs, where it's warm. You're in the lounge at night, you've got a constant supply, a blood supply, so that's why they're there. So don't buy expensive sprays all the time. Use your mattress. Yeah, go underneath there. So we've done the lounge, so we could go and do the mattress, we could do the pillows, we could do the cushions, we can do the duvet itself.
Yeah.
That's another thing that's good. The bed head, around the base of the bed. Anywhere that's a soft furnishing. I've even done my winter coat.
Yeah.
Because you bring pollen in on your clothes, so not only are you helping to eradicate the dust mites and things like that, you're also getting rid of the pollen. And then, same as you say, if you've got a caravan, you could take it in the
motorhome,
caravan.
a boat.
When you
Plane.
come back off holiday, you've got your suitcases.
Yeah.
Do the suitcases, because that's where you bring them back in. In fact, there was one recently in the paper that they'd gone away on holiday and come back, and the bed bugs were in the case.
Yeah, you've only got to get one in your case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how they help to...
Look, even if it's not an infestation of bed bugs, you definitely, unless you've got a cocoon mattress and mulberry silk bedding, or unless you've got silk bedding, that you're going to have dust mites in your mattress. And, and after, was it 3 years, something like...
Yeah.
Or 2 years, 30% of the mattresses, and this is the same with your duvets and pillows as well, and dust mites and their droppings and all of that sort of stuff, which, again, perfectly harmless, except for the droppings, which can be... they can be an allergen, and some people are allergic to dust mites, but it's their poo that you're allergic to, not the actual dust mite themselves. But the fact is, Bev, that if you've never vacuumed your mattress, then you will be shocked at what is in there. And that's why the challenge is this. You don't have to decide right now you're going to keep this. Get it home, vacuum a mattress. If it's completely clear, send the thing back. But I think you'll find you'll be so shocked by what is in your mattress that you'll be glad you bought this, and you'll use it every week, I would imagine. And it's so quick. You can do your mattresses, you can do your pillows, you can do your cushions, you can do your bed heads. You can do it in minutes. It's a very convenient, ergonomically designed, comfortable, easy to grip and easy to use system that is fast. It's as quick as you're running your hand over a mattress that you've got all manner of dirt and dust and debris from where you're going to be sleeping or sitting or eating, or your children are going to be crawling, and you've got it locked away in an airtight chamber and filtered through a HEPA filter. Now haven't you already done these pillows?
I've done the back one.
You did one, so this is another one. Now, these are the studio pillows, and they have probably never been cleaned in their entire existence, as you can see. Oh, Beverly.
Good job I'm not squeamish.
Oh, there's still loads more in there as well. You haven't even got out yet. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to check out. We've got 25 of you have got this stuck in your baskets. The dust is not going anywhere if this is sitting in your basket. Add an extra filter if you want to,
sure
but I need to ask you to check out. Huh? No, I don't want to.
Sure, it's moving.
Oh, is it? Oh, stop now. Stop right now. Thank you very much. Now, I feel like I'm itching all over. Look, how can I put this? Part of me wants to say, when you go to bed tonight, your mattress is going to be... Look, it's not going to kill you, but it is there, and if you don't think it is, you're wrong. So let's go positive, shall we? Because I am Mr. Positive, me. Once you've got this, and you have to pay for it, by the way, otherwise we're not sending it to you. Sorry. And you only need to pay £28.31 today if you decide to spread the cost interest-free with PayPal Pay in 3. Select PayPal at checkout. You're going to be, you will know, the peace of mind you will have that you are sleeping on a dust and debris and potentially mite-free, or certainly greatly reduced mite colony surface environment. That'll make you feel good. It's not about feeling bad seeing this. It's about feeling good when you've eradicated it, because you spend a third of your life in bed. And look, you wash your sheets, don't you? If you don't, you're probably a man. Now, there was a study there, the average time or the time that the average single guy changed their sheets, it was something like every 10 months or something. It was crazy.
I do that every week.
Well, yeah.
That's when I vacuum.
I can't. It might not have been 10, but it was definitely in the months. But the point is, you wash your clothes. You probably vacuum. Unless you're a single guy. No, I'm just kidding. You vacuum your floors probably, right? You clean your house. Well, now you've got the tool that effectively does your mattresses and your sofa. If it's leather, obviously it doesn't matter. But if it's a fabric, then your settees, your armchairs, your love seats, all that sort of thing, your cushions, your pillows, your pouffets. But also if you've got curtains as well. I wouldn't suggest net curtains, because it's so powerful it will suck them in. But if you've got heavy drapes, if you've got area rugs and things like that, now obviously if it's a floor rug you can do it with a regular vacuum. But this is not just a vacuum. Vacuuming is just getting rid of what the rest of the system is designed to do. And that is, you've got 3,000 beats per minute vibrations, if you like. These literally, I don't know if you can see from there, they move back and forth. So they are literally banging on the surface to disrupt whatever is in there and get it to come to the surface so it can be sucked up and taken away. And then you have a sterilization lamp. And that UVC, it would be like, it's not even like going out in the sun, in a really hot sun, because you don't have to spend a lot of time in a really hot sun to get sunburned, right? It actually would be like going out in the sun if there was no atmosphere, and the radiation from space would burn you to a crisp. It's sort of somewhere between those two things, and that's essentially what it's doing to the mites and plus the wavelength. And it won't affect you. It's completely safe for humans, absolutely 100%. It won't affect your pets. It won't affect your kids. It's just these little microscopic organisms. The wavelengths are deadly. And also the wavelengths, they disrupt things like the cocoons and the eggs and so on and so forth, the larvae. So it's sterilising. Let me just put it that way. I know it's, if you think about it, what's really going on here, the fact is it's sterilising, and that means that you don't have to breathe in either the creature or it's the carcasses of its former dead relatives, or it's the debris, the waste that it's left behind. And that's actually the main allergen. Again, I'm not trying to scare you here because we live around, we have mites and things on our faces and they're just always there. You can't get, no matter how much you wash, you can't get rid of them. Unless you use colloidal silver, by the way, I found out. They're completely harmless. We are used to living, in fact, we couldn't live without the bacteria that is in our bodies. And there's an awful lot of it, particularly in our gut. So these are not necessarily problematic. But really what this is doing, aside from sterilising things, I mean, bed bugs are a problem because they do bite. And dust mites are a problem potentially because they can generate allergic reactions. But it's the body ash, it's the dead skin cells, it's the dirt, the dust, the dander, it's the pollen and all the other stuff that comes in from outside, from the street. And again, if like me, you live on a main road, then and the window open in the summer, you've got all kinds of rubbish coming in. It's about cleaning a part of your home that normally gets no attention and doesn't ever get cleaned. And this does it in a very specialised way and specific way that is different and better than if you just, you know, got your regular hose vac and went over your mattress. And it's normal. It's 150 quid's worth of kit, and this is a top seller. This is one of our best-selling products with good reason, because you can see what comes off of things that haven't even been slept in or sat on. Imagine what it's going to be like when you get your spare bedroom, if you've got one, that hasn't been, the mattresses haven't been slept in for a while, and your bed that has been slept in for a long time since you last changed your sheets, or maybe you've never ever cleaned your mattress at all. Go over your mattress once with this, and I guarantee you it will be such a horror show that you'll be glad you bought it. But if you don't check out, you don't pay using your credit or debit card, you literally add it to your basket, click the checkout button, and go through the process to completion. And that order will then find its way to you. It will be sent out first thing, actually today, because today's Monday. It'll be on its way out today. Yeah.
What I tend to do is just when I change the bedding, I just run over with the vibe.
Well, it's so quick, isn't it?
It is. That's the thing, you know.
Faff-free.
Yeah, and that's what we want. But the other alternative, it's a good day's work, isn't it?
Oh,
spraying, leaving it, making sure, and then you're breathing
chemicals. Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
Now, also from Girmi, this is really, I consider this to be the official premiere of this. It's been shown a couple of times just as a mention.
Nice.
But this is beautiful. It's like the Ferrari.
It's lovely.
Or the BMW M4.
It is, isn't it? I mean, it's really neat.
Irons.
It's not too big, because, I mean, a lot of people think, oh, I don't want one of those sat in the kitchen. But, I mean, it's nice and compact. Also, you can add water to it when you want. You don't have to wait for it to cool down if you run out of water. Takes normal tap water. You don't have to buy anything fancy.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on.
With my steam generator on, I always empty the tank after I've used it because I'm worried that, because I don't use it very often, the water might go stagnant or something. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah, it can do.
Right, so,
especially if you've got it near a window.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, fish tanks and things like that.
So if you're going to use it every day, it's fine. Leave the water in, but if you're not, pour it out.
Yeah, just pour
okay,
it
so
out.
I am doing the right
not
thing.
Not that it's not going to do anything to the boiler. Like, I mean, you can leave it in because the water sits in a plastic container.
Yeah.
But it's the sunlight which will attract algae on the in the water.
You don't want algae in your iron.
You don't want algae in your water. Right.
Let's see what the price is compared to other places in the market. Good Lord. Beverly, am I seeing correctly? Are my eyes working?
Good gracious.
I say.
Oh, I say that's very good.
That's bally marvellous.
It is, yes,
Good
absolutely.
Gracious. $179.99 at Advanced Homewares. And the on-buy has it for also the same price.
Oh.
But it's almost like we've taken £80 and twopence off.
Ooh.
I believe we have. No, actually, £80 and pounds and a penny, in fact.
Oh, sorry.
Mathematics was not my top subject at school.
Neither mine. Nothing was.
But you know what is my top subject these days?
Going home.
Saving lots of money.
Yes.
Going home. Exactly, and that's what I'm going to do right now.
That's how good I was at school. That was only my top subject, was going home. Come back.
Oh, apparently my top subject is cleaning manure from the cow. Oh, no, talking manure from the cow, sorry. That's what my director said.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not fair, is it? You stand here and you do your best.
I give these people a job.
I know, and it's
And then they
just
insult me.
abuse, isn't it?
It is abuse.
It is. It's terrible. It is. It's terrible.
Bit like what I'm going home on. Oh no, that's not abuse. That's a bus. Sorry.
See what I said? Going home. That's the
Hey,
thing.
I've got it on the brain now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got something on the brain. Bev,
Yes.
show us your iron, but
Oh,
not
right.
just
Any
old iron.
It's the iron. Right, can you see the...
That's an iron, man.
I'm going to use the technical term now.
Go on, yeah.
Can you see the 3 knobs at the back? Right, okay.
They're not so much knobs, though.
Well,
are
they're
they?
not knobs,
Don't you
are
twist
they?
a knob,
Yeah, well, yeah,
generally?
depends on what
Yeah.
you...
Make your eyes
anyway.
water if you don't do it right.
Oh,
What were you just doing there, Bev?
we're just rubbing the...
Just making sure they were clean.
Yes, absolutely, so you can see.
Of course, that's right. Nice, yeah.
Absolutely. Right, one set... Oh, no, it's the other way.
Oh, dear.
One says eco, right?
Right, yeah.
So you can actually press the button. That's all you need to do to switch it on. Nothing, you know, too technical about that. What that will do is that will reduce the amount of water while you're ironing, so therefore it reduces the amount of times you have to fill it.
Yep.
I would say one fill on this one, a good 45 minutes to an hour's worth of ironing before you need to think about filling it, which is basically usually enough for anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you've got the middle button here, which is your maximum, which you would probably iron a good 70 to 80% of your thicker fabrics.
It's
on
very
that.
energy efficient anyway, isn't it, really?
It is, absolutely. Also, you've got self-clean here. So when limescale forms in the tank, which limescale will form in, because there's limescale even in soft water, but it's
Indeed,
only
yeah.
a tiny amount.
Yes.
But eventually, that's what happens with most electrical products. They collect the limescale. This
Which is
allows you to get rid of it.
Death to the
basically.
boiler.
It
Bev,
is,
I've just
yeah.
noticed something.
What?
Which has got me a little bit hot under my collar.
Oh dear, what?
I've got a steam generator iron, but it can't do what I'm about to show you. I don't even know if you noticed this.
What's that?
This has a feature that is very unique. Do you want me to show you? Not the cable tidy, no. It's got cable tidy. Shall I show? Not the lock at the front, no. It's locked without an E, by the way. Can we unlock it? Have you seen it yet? You're in the right. Yeah, you're looking in the right place.
I'm looking at its bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay with its bottom.
Oh,
What can its bottom do that I've just noticed?
it can go backwards,
No.
around, side.
It'll stand up.
Oh,
It's got, look, around the back, it's got a little
a stand.
receptacle. I've never seen a steam generator iron that can stand up.
no. You see, the thing is...
Oh, look at me being all observant.
Oh, I say. Jolly
Matron.
good.
That's blooming good, that.
It is, you see.
Now,
So
Beth.
you don't need to have
Oh!
that on the board if you don't want to. You put that on the side and just have your iron on the board.
Exactly. But by the way, you will need to get yourself, you have to get a steam generator ironing board.
Yeah.
They have to have a mesh, otherwise the
It
steam will
does.
wet.
You can't
If it's
have
solid wood, it
board.
won't work.
No, you can't have solid ones.
Is that where your filter goes, in there? Oh, look!
Careful, it's
Oh,
hot.
it's hot. I just found that out. In there, I've got asbestos fingers. So your filter just fits in there. It's like a cartridge.
It's like that. And all you do
Allen
is just
cartridge.
pull it out
Yeah.
and then push that one in.
Nice.
That's all you need to do.
Bish, bash, bosh, jobs are good.
Bish, bash, bosh, bosh, bosh. Okay.
Shall we do some ironing?
Shall we do some ironing?
I
Well,
was just imagining Danny Dyer presenting the show. Our producer loves Danny Dyer.
ah,
He's very successful. I want his job in EastEnders.
dear.
I've always wanted to run the Vic.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
You don't have to say anything.
No,
That's
I'm not saying
just
anything.
leaving it there.
I'm leaving it.
Probably shouldn't talk about my aspirations to be on a BBC show when I'm on ITV.
Oh, right.
I mean Emmerdale. Or
Probably
Corrie.
if I switched it on.
That helps.
Right, heat
That
up
does help.
time.
It's good, but it's not that good.
Heat up time 2 minutes, okay? So therefore you're good to go. You don't even have to get the ironing board out if you don't want to.
Meow.
Because what happens is you can iron vertically, okay? So we know how easy it is to iron. It flattens the creases, not just...
And it
hard to-
actually does. It actually
It does.
Shall I get rid of this one? Watch this.
Yeah.
Here we go. Whoosh.
Whoosh! Now,
What?
this one
Where's this going in there?
is, yeah, I just took it there. This one is like, it's got a wool. Can you feel it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well,
It's like that came from a sheep, that has.
but the thing is, with the sheep.
What? What?
Oh, I'm going.
Well,
home
where
in
do you
a minute.
think...
With the sheep.
Beverly is officially lost it, ladies and gentlemen. Should we have a little promo break?
With the sheep.
Showing you
Shirt.
social media. Yeah.
With
I don't tend to wear sheep at the weekend. Do you?
I'm going home. Can you imagine where I'm going to end up tonight?
I don't know.
3-hour
Some part of the
drive.
country's got a surprise in store for it.
Be driving around.
You don't live here, love. What?
Can I stay? Anyway, a wool shirt.
A wool sheet. A wool sheep.
Right, that's it. I'm done. My mouth won't work, my brain. I would iron the
Is it Sherpa? No.
That's it, properly, Beverly. Satin.
Satin, not the other one. No, don't get those mixed up. How would Sean Connery say satin? He would say shh. I can't say it. And what did he do whenever he went to take a seat? I'm just gonna shh. I mean, I can't say it. He must have got in all kinds of trouble. That's why it was so hard.
Give me a minute, because I'm bound to now.
I've made her giggle. By the way, the product's also very good. Please buy it, because otherwise we're going to be in lots of trouble with our boss.
Oh, dear me.
Sometimes I think to myself, well, I just have to wait to be fired, because I don't have the courage to leave of my own volition.
Well, the way I'm performing tonight, I won't be long.
Yes, we've loved working with you, Bev, and we didn't know tonight was going to be your last day. I'd have brought chocolates if I'd thought. I'm just kidding.
I know.
That is, I mean, it does what you want it to do
Well,
properly.
that's it.
You buy an iron because you want it to get rid of wrinkles and creases. This does that properly,
Exactly.
professionally.
Right, linen.
Linen.
I'm going for
Is
it
linen?
now.
Hello? Is linen?
Linen.
No, she's out.
It's about as bad as a sheep.
How often do you change your bed sheet? Oh, stop it. I'm having too much fun. This is not entertainment television.
It should be.
I know, my world. Welcome to my world.
Oh, I tell you, honestly.
That is really good. Linen, and for a moment of clarity, lucidity and seriousness, linen is phenomenally difficult to iron.
It is. It's very difficult.
With my regular iron, I could not get my son's linen shirt. We were going to throw him away because we couldn't get the wrinkles out.
No, you can't. And the thing, the worst thing you can do with linen is getting, where
dust.
we've all got the water bottles and we squirt it and then we
Squirt,
try to squirt, yeah. Worst thing for that, because what you're doing is trapping the moisture in the fibres, and unfortunately that creates recreasing.
But also, if you think about it just for a moment, have you ever just stopped for a moment to think how ludicrous and stupid certain things are? I'm doing a whole stand-up bit about
My
this,
life's a
about
bit like that at the minute.
Well, mine too. But, you spend a lot of money on an iron. It's a top of the range. It's a name that you know, a brand that you trust, and you get it out and you put a teeny little bit of water in the top and expect that that's going to get rid of all the creases. But wait, just in case it doesn't, just in case it's not enough, don't worry, folks. That brand, they've armed you with the ultimate weapon in crease removal. A squirty thing. Psst. And that's going to get rid of the crease, isn't it?
No.
No, it's not. Now, if someone was on the fence, what would you say? Get off the fence, probably.
I would say, be careful, you'll
careful.
fall off.
Yeah, you could have a nasty.
Honestly, it is a cracking iron, this iron.
Yeah, it is.
For the price of it is absolutely phenomenal. And you have the quality. They don't go to the trouble of putting a self-clean on an iron if they've not used the best quality.
Plus,
And
it's your entry into the steam generator,
Yeah,
so vertical ironing power as
absolutely.
well, because it is non-stop superheated dry steam.
Yeah.
And 3 bar of pressure, that's a lot. Steam volume, as well. That's the steam. Let me try that again. Now I'm doing it.
Yeah.
3 bar
Stuck
pressure
in.
steam volume. It was confusing because it went steam volume colon. So eco is 50 grams and to a maximum of 100 grams. High sliding ceramic sole plate for effortless ironing on many different materials. Temperature regulation, anti-calc filter, perfect for hard water areas, self-cleaning function and only 2.7 kilos. Again, it's a cooler sole plate, only 800 watts. It will not melt your garments, even your delicates, because the heat doesn't get rid of the wrinkles, the steam does. Right, the mattress has been absolutely flying tonight. I love this mattress, and I loved it so much I bought the company. Well, I didn't buy the company, but I did buy a Super King mattress. This is my mattress shortly, or will be tomorrow, hopefully, if they deliver it. And there's a reason. And I have the pick of the bunch, ladies and gentlemen, here as a presenter at Shop on TV. I've seen them all, I've tried them all, and I've rejected them all, except for this one. It is the Mulberry Silk mattress, essentially chock full of the finest AAA grade Mulberry Silk. Where dust mites don't like to live. This is the anti-dust mite mattress of them all, I believe, which is why I bought it. And I suggest you do too, if you know what's, if you want a better night's sleep, that's what I suggest you do. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to take my advice, just because it's the best advice money can buy. Even though you're not paying for it, I'm offering it to you for free. That was a very long-winded sentence, wasn't it?
Yes, very good, yeah.
Thanks.
I'm off to see what the sheep's doing.
Now, Martha's just asked me if, let's get it in. Here it is. Here's Ray. Let's get him in.
As a company, we pay attention to detail. This is manufactured to the highest standards. We use the best fabrics. We've got people we consider to be experts. We export to countries all over the world.
Yeah.
We have a good reputation, I think it would be fair to say, for selling good quality merchandise at an affordable price. And the reason why our prices are so low, you might wonder why. Why are they telling me it's wonderful and yet the prices are so low? Here's the reason why. Normally when you manufacture a mattress, a duvet, a pillow or a pillow slip, when you have it ready to be sold to the public, you take it to a distributor. He then takes it to a wholesaler, and the wholesaler takes it to the retailer. Now, each one of those people add on a margin of profit, quite rightly. Mm-hmm. They've done nothing wrong. They're entitled to make a profit for their work. We have eliminated those 3 people. We only have one partner. We call them partners in each country. You can only buy this mattress from myself at a live presentation or from Shop on TV. The buyers at Shop on TV are very professional, I can assure you, and very tenacious. And they buy very large quantities at an advantageous price. And they work in low margins.
Yes.
So basically what you're getting here is outstanding value for money,
and it's
backed up with a 10-year warranty.
10-year warranty.
Well, the coils are individual pocket-sprung freestanding coils. And because of the pocket-sprung and the freestanding, they give you total and complete support. Each one is individual and they're not joined together, so they hold your body in the most perfect sleeping position. The silk within the mattress is AAA grade mulberry silk. If you do your research and Google or Wikipedia, they will tell you mulberry silk, especially AAA, is the highest grade silk in the world. You will also find dust mites don't like it. The allergy board will tell you that dust mites don't like silk. So people with allergies, please think about buying a duvet that has no dust mites in it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it will cure your allergies. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical practitioner. I couldn't possibly claim that. But what I can say is, get rid of the dust mites. You're walking in the right direction. If you want a good night's sleep, buy one of these mattresses, put it in the bed. If you don't like it, and that's virtually impossible not to like it, we will refund your money. One telephone call, we'll come and pick it up, no problem.
And I'm going to hold him to that, because if I don't like my mattress, and by the way, if you sleep on it and go, no, it's too soft or it's too hard, You just pick up the phone, one phone call. They'll come and take it away. They'll give you every penny of your money back, except for the $9.95, because they have to pay the couriers. So that's the only part. So, I mean, you got basically a mattress for 2 months for a tenner. But it is medium to firm, just so you know. So if you like a slightly firmer mattress, like Leslie, our producer, bought one and it was a bit too firm for her, but her boyfriend absolutely loves it. So just know that it is a medium firm. And all the sizes are available: single, double, king, and super king. I got the super king because it's I might even get one for my son if it's good. Although his mattress, he seems fairly happy with his at the moment. I hated mine since day one. It was awful. I wasted my money and slept on a backbreaker. And well, he works here. He can buy his own, can't he? You're going to save £400. These are lower than our regular prices. Now, if you want to find out what the regular prices are, you can go to RK Sales website, RK Sales UK, I think it is. Well, you have to look. Just ARKAY Sales. If you Google that, they are the official distributor of all the mulberry silk products in this country. That's Ray's company, 60 odd years in business. And they supply Shop on TV exclusively. You can only buy these cocoon mattresses and the mulberry silk bedding through us or through RK Sales. But you'll see the price of their regular entry-level mattress. That's what we were charging, but you get the top of the range pillow top. The pillow top is full of mulberry silk, literally from end to end, full length, full fibre mulberry silk. It's like having more, a couple of mulberry silk duvets under you. Miles and miles of mulberry silk in there, unbroken strands. Top quality AAA, the best that money can buy, literally. So the prices we have today, they are better. They've taken about 20, 30, 40, depending on the size, 20, 30, 40, even £50 off of their best prices already. So you were getting the top of the range for the entry-level prices, and now even better than the entry-level prices. This is the time to buy one. And you've got 60 days. You don't have to decide to buy it now. You just have to decide to try it now. If you're in need of a new mattress, every 7 years, roughly, 5 to 7 years, they say change your mattress. Remember, this is the anti-allergen, the anti-dust mite mattress, because dust mites, they naturally do not like living in silk. It's a very arid, very dry, sparse, harsh environment for them. It would be like us moving to the Sahara Desert. You know, you get 1 or 2 people that do venture into the Sahara Desert, maybe stay a night or two, but they get the heck out of there as quickly as they can because you can't live there. It's just not sustainable as a human person. The same is true for dust mites in silk. So you might get the odd straggler that comes in, but they'll leave soon enough, I'm sure. So anyone who has any allergy sufferers out there, in fact, the mulberry silk bedding with duvets carry the Allergy UK certification for effectiveness against dust mites. That's how good the silk is. That's why I chose this one. It's also blooming comfortable. And it's nice and thick. It's a really nice deep mattress. And you've got the pocket springs in there. They're individual pocket springs, so there's no transference of movement if your partner gets into bed while you're sleeping. It's not going to wake you up. It's all about stopping the toxic sleeps, because if you keep waking up, that's what they describe as toxic sleep, because you're never getting the 5 stages of sleep that you need to have the full sort of recuperation and rest and regeneration and restoring and healing and all of that malarkey. And you just wake up feeling like you haven't had a good night's sleep, right? But with this, you should. Check out, get it now, go, go, go. Woo! Bev, we're almost out of time on this little show of ours.
Ooh.
19 minutes. You all right there?
Yeah, just about.
Not much longer to go. We've been in very good spirits tonight, I have to say. We've had a little giggle.
Yeah.
Bev has blown dust all over me, and she's enjoyed every minute of it, to be fair.
Yes.
So this is the Girmi. Hey, Girmi. Hi, Girmi.
Girmi.
Hiya.
In fact, I think I've got some on my glasses, or either that I can.
Well, this is the trouble. This is what we're sleeping on, So, but when you extract it, it is horrifying how much has been collected.
The thing is, when you sort of buy these things, you think to yourself well, what do I want one of those for? I've got a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Not just a vacuum cleaner.
No.
Because your vacuum cleaner has suction.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the UV light that we have on this.
No.
So therefore you get your sterilising strip that runs along the base. So therefore you're helping to eradicate your dust mites.
Yeah.
Also your bed bugs. Also, it's helping the pollen, to get rid of the pollen as well. We shed 1.5 million dead skin cells every day.
Slightly more in my case. It's larger surface
I
area.
don't know how they knew that. I mean, who counted 1.5?
Oh, it was Jeff. Did you not know?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Jeff. It's Jeff down at the weights and measures.
Oh, he did.
He counts all of the skin cells.
He did very well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's how much. And in about 2 ounces of dust, there's over 2 million.
2 ounces?
2 ounces.
2 million dead skin cells.
Yeah.
And it's blimey. Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. And
So-
look, we vacuum everything else to get rid of dust.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is where we sleep, where we sit, where we rest our
How many
weary
hours
heads.
do we spend in bed? You know, quite.
I've never vacuumed a pillow before, or a cushion, or a sofa.
Would you pass me your pillow there?
Yes, now this is a Morel pillow, so yeah. So this is, oh, sorry. Oh, and I've done it now, I've done it. I've gone and, oh, that's torn it.
Right, I'm going to move this out of your way.
Yes,
'cause
please do.
I don't want to drown you in whatever it is.
In somebody else's body ash.
Well, yeah, could well be. And this also, it's not been used. This is just the dust that's collected from out the warehouse. So
But you see-
imagine what your pillows are like at home.
It's not sucking up all the material because the aperture for the vacuum is narrow,
Yes.
not big and wide. So it is powerful, but it's even that's been specially designed.
Doesn't do the damage, you see.
So that's a brand new pillow. That's never been slept on ever.
It doesn't do the damage to the fabric. Now the thing is, if you're using pesticides and things like that, there'll be certain fabrics you can't use them on, use it on.
Yeah, true, true.
Where this vacuum, you can. I'm not quite so sure about
Got
that
any big?
one.
Oh, there seems to be
That's
some
just
living things
moved.
going on around here.
Right, now all these are washable, all the pieces that I'm taking out of
Yeah, we
here.
can't quite see what you're
including
doing.
this part here. Hang on, let me just move those
Yeah.
there.
This is from a clean pillow.
Ah.
Now, some of it might be left over from because we didn't wash the filter, but you did give it a good flick and got a lot of
I
the other.
did, yeah.
I mean that. So it was a nigh on clear filter to start with, and that's from a pillow. Sam, where was that pillow? Just in a lying around upstairs.
It was in a case upstairs.
In a case upstairs.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, pollen's in the atmosphere as
Yeah.
well. You know, you've got the dust, you've got
Yeah.
the dead skin cells that's floating around. People walk past. Someone gets hold of it, brings it downstairs. We handle it as well.
Plus, when it's a pillow, it could be not only skin coming off of your face.
Yeah.
I mean, I sometimes get dry skin under my beard, and that, you know. Also, I wear a hairspray. You can see I've got a mullet growing here. I've got to get a haircut. It's been way overdue. But so sometimes the flakes of the hairspray will also get on. If I'm lazy and I don't wash my hair when I get home before I go to bed,
Yes.
they're going into the pillow as well. Plus you sweat. The average person loses up to a pint, or sometimes in some cases more than a pint of liquid a night, going into your mattress, going into your pillow, creating a damp, warm environment for dust mites and for bacteria and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then if it's hot and you've got the window open, you've got stuff coming in through the window. If you're in the country, it's maybe pollen and spores. If you're in the city like me, then it's traffic film and debris off of the street. And this is all coating. I mean, you know, my TV cabinet every week, I could run my finger on it. There's a thick layer of dust that's coming in through the window.
Absolutely.
So all that's getting absorbed in and pushed into your soft furnishings, and we never ever vacuum them, do we?
Nope. No, I mean, but there's so much. I mean, it's not just your mattress. What about, you know, the bottom, the base of your bed, round the edge of your mattress?
Yeah.
You know, areas like this, you wouldn't necessarily pick your vacuum cleaner up and do it that way.
Well, because it's beating it, the front of the bed is going to have, because the stuff goes into the mattress, there's round the sides and the front, it's going to extract things as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But also you can do the bed head, okay? So therefore you can do the pillows, the curtains, all your soft furnishing. I mean, do your suitcases, chairs. That's another.
How long's the? Oh, you do the. How long's the cord, Bev?
4 metres, I think.
4 metres. Wow. Wayne, thank you very much. Morning, Wayne. How are you doing, sir? Good to have you watching again.
So, you know, all the areas that if you think in your home, to take you a very short time, you can really sort of help to eradicate.
There's going to be a lot in here because you did that chair, and I know for a fact those chairs get left out in the studio and sat on by all manner of unsanitary bottoms. Oh, now that's not even the HEPA filter. That's just the big filter. Oh my. Half of you who've bought this tonight have also got the extra filter. Remember, this is washable. You just run it under the tap, warm soapy water if you need, but let it dry, air dry. Don't ever dry it with a hairdryer or put it on a radiator or anything like that. That is disgusting, man.
And I wasn't doing it for long, but...
And you didn't do very much either.
No, not at all.
That's not a criticism. I'm just
No.
saying you. Even in a small period of time and a small area.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we can show you what came out of Martha. No, actually, your
No,
spare
it was
room.
mine,
This
yeah.
was Bev's
spare
spare room mattress.
It was where the cat, well, it's the cat's bed, basically. And that was just out of that one bed. I mean, now,
That's
every time
disgusting.
and I change my bed in once a week because the cats sleep on it. And I just run over with this bag.
I mean, when I'm at home and my son's gone to bed, I stretch out and I've got a 3-seater recliner. But I like sometimes to sort of sit on my side, like Jabba the Hutt, you know. And so I put a couple of cushions down because he's like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm Jabba the Hutt. I'm just saying he stretches out. That's the first thing that came to my mind. They're all protecting my mental health by being nice to me. So what I was going to say, so I put a couple of cushions, the little scatter cushions.
Yes.
And I lean on them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just realised, I mean, I've had those scatter cushions since I bought the sofa 6 years.
Right.
I've never vacuumed them, and I'm lying on them constantly. I'm going to have to bring them in. Oh, I'll bring them in next time I come.
Well, that's it. Or why don't you take one of these home and do...
I will, and I'll do a little home video.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Do the settee and do your cushion.
Invite everybody into my home.
Yes.
I don't know if the receptacle is large capacity enough.
Just empty.
You see, you never thought about this before, did you, till you saw this tonight? Until I saw this, I'd never even crossed my mind that this was a thing that you needed to do.
Yeah.
But it's a specialist tool for a specialist job. But what an important job it is too. We've got it for $79.99. We've made it as affordable for you as possible. Electrical goods have notoriously bad profit margins on them anyway. So it is purely the buying power of Shop on TV and dealing directly with the manufacturer/distributor that we've been able to beat everybody else's prices, including Advanced Homewares and Amazon.co.uk. They've got it for £70 more, roughly, we're rounding up, from Advanced Homewares, and £60 more at Amazon. I don't know about you, but I always do the Amazon test. If I go to buy something, I check how much it is on Amazon first. I mean, doesn't everybody, right? But I tell you what, you need to start checking Shop on TV every night between midnight and 3. Just you know, before you go to bed, pop in and have a little nosy, as Shirley would say, or Hayley would say.
Well, you never know what you might...
We've got brand new stuff tomorrow. We've got a brand new oscillation board. Should we show it to you?
Yeah,
So it's a vibration plate, basically. You may have seen it. In fact, it's better than a vibration plate. It's new technology, latest technology, and the treadmill is back in the stock that is sold out every single time. There's no stock on these. You can't buy them at the moment. The price is not correct. It will drop. That is the full price. It's going to be $2.99. No, sorry, $4. What is it? How much is it going to be? Oh, we're not allowed to tell you. But that is your Max Health fitness board, a whole body workout. So basically what it does is it oscillates at different frequencies that you can adjust, and that destabilizes you. So your muscles, to keep you from literally falling over, they have to compensate. So that you're getting a workout just by standing on it and doing nothing.
Oh, that sounds good.
But if you do some exercises on it as well, it actually enlists, I think it's about 98% of your muscles. Whereas if you just do regular workouts, you may only use 30 or 40% of your muscle, your whole muscle. So you can get twice the workout in half the time, basically, or twice the workout in the same time, or half the workout.
I'm liking the sound of that.
I mean, they'll tell you tomorrow night. Ignore what I'm saying because I don't know anything. I don't know my bum from my elbow. By the way, my elbow is really aching. So we got time for one more Girmi demo.
Well, we might as well do.
What else have we got? Go on.
Your half, or shall I continue with the chair?
Well, we can do my half if you want.
Yes.
You do the chair. Well, you can do the chair because it's there.
Got to do the chair because it's there. Well, I'm going.
It'll be easier
back
for our
of it.
cameras.
Okay. Because it doesn't matter. It will work in any direction. But also, I mean, if you've got pets that sleep in one particular chair, I mean, you could keep on top of the pet hair, but also, I mean, you could take it in the car.
Yeah. Caravan, camper home,
Any of your
Yacht,
fabrics you can use
boat,
it on.
light aircraft, private jet.
I mean, it's just so easy, and it's so lightweight, it's so easy to
Oh, mould is another one. Martha just mentioned mould. If you've got mould, you get mould spores in the air.
Oh, yes, of course.
Also, if you have an ensuite bedroom, if you have an ensuite bathroom, well, I suppose to the bathroom's perspective, it's an ensuite bedroom, isn't it? But, and I'm sorry to say this, but when you do your number 2 and flush, you do get fecal particles that are aerosolized, and they go up into the air, and then they come back down.
Yeah, 'cause
Doesn't
you
matter
can
about the
never
lid.
put the
Even
lid
if you
down, that's
close the lid, they're still coming out the gaps on the side.
you looking at
You
this?
can't help it. But I'm just saying,
Tell you, honestly.
trust me.
I knew it to bring it down
Toilet
to that
humour.
level. I just knew it.
Well, you know.
Yes.
I'm just
Oh.
talking a load of old
That, you've just seen me clean this,
Yeah,
haven't you?
yeah.
And I've just done that back of that chair.
back of the chair,
That's
back of the
back
chair.
Of that chair.
Well, as I say, these chairs are they sit around in the studio all day. And I don't even know how much they clean this studio, if at all.
It's disgusting.
It is.
If that doesn't...
That's why you need the Girmi AP21 UV ultraviolet sterilising mattress vacuum. Not just for mattresses, though. And by the way, I've been wanting to say this all night. This is a fine Italian product, and I can tell you, it says on the tag, that the Italian for this is Batti Materassi. It says it there. Batti Materassi. I love that. Batti Materassi.
Buy your Batterati.
Easy for you to say. Bev, when are you back?
Tuesday.
Oh, what you got?
Yes, I've got a new steam cleaner.
Oh, the
Now
100B,
you know that.
yes.
That's my steam cleaner.
That's my favourite. I like that one. What do we love about that?
I just love the power. It's tiny, little, compact, but by gum does it a punch. It really is a fantastic machine. And it's so compact, and it just does the whole of your house. Then you could take it outside and do your patio furniture.
And again, being Mr. Shallow, it's very good looking. So that's coming up on Tuesday. Tomorrow night, I think, is Blue Magic, isn't it? Oh, no, being such an idiot, sorry. Tomorrow night's the treadmill and the new board.
I think it's all this dust. It's affecting my brain.
It's made me punch drunk.
Yeah, and me.
Now, Martha has asked me if you'd very kindly check out. Can I show you? I know this sounds ridiculous, but here's a website, if we don't mind, if we can. I know we've had the website in, but I want to show you. So you add a product to the website, right? We're going to do it. We'll do it live. I know this is really condescending, and I'm doing it deliberately and being facetious so that, you know. Add to basket, right, that puts in, now up top right is your basket, right? Go to your basket. There is your thing. Check out securely. Sign in, or you don't have an account. You can check out as a guest. You can create, by the way, it's absolutely free to set up an account. You can check out as a guest if you don't want to set up an account. But just you have to hit checkout. And all we need, look, that's all we need: your name, address, your telephone number, your email, and where you want the thing sent. And by the way, if you do set up an account that's free, make sure you sign up for the newsletter, because you'll get the deal of the week and other cost-saving and money-saving links and ideas and bits and bobs. We send them very rarely, so it's not like, I hate sometimes when you sign up and you get email 5 times a day. That will not happen with us. And check out, and if you want to use PayPal, you can do that as well. just use select PayPal at checkout as your payment method. And when you go to PayPal's website, just choose Pay Later. And then you'll be, once approved, it's on its way to you. Now, here's a quick reminder, a little videotape reminder. Or not tape, we don't really use tape anymore, do we? Even though we still call it that. You've got a high-efficiency particulate air filter that is filtering out 99.9% of all the crud that's in your atmosphere. And you've also got the micro vibrations, 3,000 of those a minute to beat the surface and help to bring the dirt to the top, and the UV sterilising lamp. If you have a soft furnishing or a mattress, you just need one. It's as simple as that. It's the product you never knew you needed, but now you know you do. And if you're not sure, if you're on the fence, get it at home and give it a go. Because do it on a mattress, and once you see what comes out of your mattress, I guarantee you will be thanking your lucky stars and Shop on TV for the fact that you bought it. So, Bev,
Yes.
if anyone is humming and hawing, what would you say?
Just look at that. That was from a mattress of our producer.
Is that Martha's
renting
mattress?
a flat. Okay.
Oh, it's a rented mattress.
yeah,
Now, that's the thing. You rent or you go an Airbnb or something.
Yeah, absolutely. If that doesn't make you want to buy the machine and just clean your mattress with it, I don't know nothing.
And to the naked eye, she said it was clean. Because and after she reguled it. Sorry, let me try that. Yes, vacuumed it with a regular vacuum.
That's what
the Girmi gets the bits that the other vacuums leave behind.
Oh, don't
folks.
it just?
That is a lot of dirt.
She's sleeping with that.
And also remember to get yourself an extra filter while you're at it as well. And just generally enjoy life, man. You know, just life's short. Have fun. So I will be back with you. I was supposed to be back Thursday night. We've had a little change of schedule, and now Charlie will be with you. He is the king of the drones, and he shall be with you with Richard Meyer on Thursday evening. And I will see you Friday night and Saturday night. And that's it. Just 2 days for me next week, because I've got a charity function on the Sunday. And Elise, if you remember Elise Fabris from Shop on TV fame, she has her one-woman show on Monday evening. And I shall probably need a little bit of a lie-in after my charity function too. So I'll be off on Monday as well. Nobody knows that yet, except me. And now you. So thank you, Bev.
Thank you, and I shall see you Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
And you will see yourself very shortly when you walk into the bathroom and look into the mirror. From all of us here at Shop on TV, thank you so much for watching, and good night.